Hello, welcome everyone. It's that time again, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time where I'm at, and just do some simple math, and that's what time it's at in your area. So this is what we do every Friday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We gather for this, as the title suggests, and Ask Me Anything. If you are vegan or vegan curious, come and ask questions, and I'll try my best to answer them. Not a medical doctor or anything like that, just a simple music producer who's been an ethical vegan, went vegan back in 2010. So between me and many of our vegan people in the chat, you have decades, if not centuries, of combined experience amongst us all. So hopefully someone will have an answer to your query if you have one. And also, maybe you're tuned in because you are not vegan. In fact, you hate vegans. You hate vegans so much, you think we're horrible people, we're disgusting, we're low-life scumbags. If you're one of those people that thinks veganism is horrible and all us vegans are horrible, as long as you can be civil while having such horrible, hateful beliefs, I know that's often very difficult to have both at the same time. But ask away, ask your question, let me know what's wrong with veganism, give me your best example of what's wrong or your best argument, but limit it to one thing. Just don't keep flinging poop on our walls, we ban you. In fact, we have rules that I'll put up in a second for everyone to know what we are expecting. Basically everyone, vegans, non-vegans, just be cool, be civil. Pretend you're like maybe at work or school, or you might be some people you don't like, but you can get along with them. You can ask them questions and discuss things without having to say some hateful, bigoted comment that'll get you fired or suspended or expelled. Pretend you're on your best behavior if it's really difficult for you to not let your hate fly. So anyway, guys, good evening. My name is Ryan. This is Happy Healthy Vegans YouTube channel, the YouTube channel that's not hosted by a sociopath, a narcissist, or a grifter. Nope, simple little me here. I am your host, and I also happen to be the vegan cult leader. Yes, it turns out veganism is a cult. We've been denying it all these years, but I'll fess up here. Yeah, veganism is a cult, and I'm the dude working behind the scenes, pulling all the strings of veganism, making all the big picture decisions for veganism because it's a cult. I'm the cult leader. So you found the right live stream to come and question things about veganism. So I want to thank everyone for being here. And Peter, I know you have a Jordan Peterson sort of counter protest later on tonight. That sounds fun. So how much longer do you think you'll be here, Peter? Because I know Uncle has a date tonight. He's going to a vegan restaurant. I think vegan sushi. So I may be what's that called? Moderator lists for a while once Peter's gone. So let me know how long you're going to be here, Peter. And also let me ask our happy fam and longtime viewers, do I have anyone that might be interested in being a moderator for an evening, meaning tonight once Peter's gone, so you can help me out? Just like you just right click on people who are being jerks. You can time them out or ban them if they're complete a-holes. So let me know if Uncle has a date tonight, so let me know if any of you guys would be interested. And Peter, let me know how much longer you will be here. So usually the trolls don't show up right at the beginning. It happens every once in a while, but typically they wait a little bit. So let me know. We should be cool for a little while. Angie said she will moderate for a little while, but she's got plans tonight too. So yeah, she's going to be here right at the beginning. But yeah, she wants to take a long bath. We were gone all day yesterday. She didn't get a chance to get a bath yet. Hey, Johnny Bravo, good to see you. So let me know if anyone is cool with just being a moderator for an evening, just for a couple hours. Let me know, and I will turn you into a moderator for the evening. Don't worry about it. No responsibilities. Just put people in timeout that are bugging us. So let me know. I'm surprised no one's taken me up on it yet. Yeah, too bad Peter didn't get one of those woke narcissists of compassion t-shirts for the Jordan Peterson thing tonight, huh? Let's see, produce not pills. Ryan, are you getting a new family member, lol? No? What are you referring to? You've got me puzzled there. Okay, thanks, Fa and Fallon and Sweet Potato's sister. Yeah, we were probably cool right now, but I will keep that in mind. Fa and Fallon, my friends who start with F there. Fa and Fallon. So yeah, if something pops up again, let me know, and I'll click on you and make you guys moderators. But good to know I have a couple in the bag. And Sweet Potato Sister, I saw that you said you were tired. You went to the gym today. I'm pretty beat too, guys. I outdid myself. I think did the longest workout on the basketball court. I played basketball for over 3 hours. I went through so many calories. I don't know. I'll try to get it so we can get this without being blurred. Can you see? I think I have it focused around my face. Can you see how many hours I was at the gym playing basketball? 3 hours, 13 minutes. I mean, I warmed up for the first like 20, 25 minutes. After that, nonstop basketball. And I burnt through 1,900 active calories, not just my metabolic rate of calorie burn, just 1,900 active calories. I mean, that's more than most people consume in a day. So I'm just putting that out here. I'm not trying to brag or anything like that. You know, any like, you know, like college player in basketball does this all the time. No big deal. I'm 55 years old. I'm not a pro or an elite athlete or anything. Just a silly little 55-year-old music producer who went to the gym today. And I stopped my dunk training by the book because I tweaked my back a couple it was, when was it? It was in April or end of March. I tweaked my back on some jumping. So I stopped all jumping. I stopped all deadlifting, just let my back get better. I started squatting again. And I did a few jumps today, and I could still grab that rim pretty good. So it looks like my vertical leap hasn't suffered all that much from doing like no plyometrics, no deadlifts, and just letting my no dunk practice of any kind, no real jumping other than just like jumping to block shots, jumping to go for rebounds. Yeah, I ate a lot today, sweet potato sister. I had breakfast. I got back late, like around 2:15 or something like that. And just like less than an hour ago, Angie and I made some big curry rice dish. I gotta get the calories back in. So I'm trying to say, hopefully I will be okay today. I feel mentally tight. I played a game of chess earlier and I didn't make a bunch of blunders, so that's good. I want it. I didn't do anything stupid. That's the way I kind of test to see how sharp my mind is, if I can handle a game of chess or not. So anyway, just letting you guys know that, yeah, your cult leader here went crazy at the gym today. I feel pretty good considering I played for 3 hours and 13 minutes, 1,900 calories burned. I feel better than I thought I would. I'm going, oh man, I screwed myself. What was I thinking? But it was fun. I just kept playing. Even though my performance kept suffering, I let them know, hey guys, I'm really tired. I can really barely play defense today. And they took advantage of me, those jerks. First game, I started a new game. I told one of my 50-year-old friends, hey, take it easy. I'm really tired right now. What did he do when he got the ball? He sprinted to the basket. It's like, thank you. People don't have sympathy for tired old guys. I'm gonna sit cross-legged too. That's what I'm doing right now. Angie said I had 2 Trollless Fridays recently. Yeah, so you never know. Yeah, it could happen. You never know how the trolls come. It seems kind of random. So anyway, produce not pills. Everyone knows only vegans tweak their backs. I think I did it on my own. I think it was a result of doing some improper deadlifts. I was trying to lift in kind of a different way, kind of getting my hips more engaged than normal. I know you're supposed to, but I think I overdid it. And then I was having really sore hips for a few weeks. I think Angie remembers that back in the spring. I was having sore hips. I just thought, oh, cool, my hips are getting stronger. Apparently, I was probably doing something wrong because after a few weeks of that, I told you I did that jump and my back kind of like, oh. So anyway, I'm grateful. I thought I was done. I thought, okay, I'll never be able to dunk again or anything like that. I might not, but I feel great. My back seems like 100% perfectly cured from that situation. So tip to you guys, if you injure yourself, just back off. Just, let your body heal, and hopefully you'll recover. So anyway, Bill Seabury, yeah, basketball tip. Never tell anyone how you're feeling and your weaknesses. Well, these are friends of mine. I thought they would be cool, but no, they sprinted. I said, thank you for sprinting to the basket after I shared that. I said, I can't wait to see you next week with fresh legs because I'm going to make you pay, friend. So it's all good. It's, I just let them know, they're on notice for next week. Yeah, Sarah, so hard for you to back off the workouts. I just didn't want to stop. I wanted to keep playing. I kind of like doing this once in a while, playing for like 2+ hours. I'm not trying to play 2 hours to become the best basketball player in the world. It's for my conditioning. If I can stand out in the court, run around and do all my stuff for 3 hours, that's great for your conditioning. And a huge part of basketball is skills and athleticism, but conditioning. If you have great physique like mine, 6'5.5", long wingspan, but you tire out after 2 minutes, what good are you? So yeah, conditioning is huge. So this is good to do. Just play for a long term, not at high intensity after the first few games, but just staying out there for 3 hours. Anyway, Graven, what did your dog pass away? Oh my God, Graven, baby, I'm so sorry. This week has sucked. Oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that, Graven. Had to put down your old lady Chihuahua, baby. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh man, yeah, our animals, our fur babies, especially for people like me, these are my. They're not even like my kids. They are kids. So it's like really it's a major blow into your life. Yeah, I feel for you, Graven babies. She was 14. Well, I've only had cats since I've been an adult, but that's pretty old for a dog, right? Am I right, guys? Is 14 pretty good for a dog? Our last cat before these guys, he lived to maybe 19 or something like that. Oh, Angie writes back, yeah, Ryan holds a grudge, referring to basketball. Yeah, I do hold a grudge. I tell people, if you want to have a peaceful time with me on the court, don't anger me. Don't piss me off, because there will be retribution. If not that day and immediately, I'll remember it for next time. But that's just how I am on the basketball court. I'm really peaceful and chill, as you see in real life, but on the basketball court, I guess that's where I let my little bit of my a-hole come out. It's an appropriate place rather than in real life or here in my vegan activism to be an a-hole. I think I'm a nice, well-rounded, rational sort of guy in everyday life, and sometimes on the basketball, a little bit of my alpha a-hole comes out a little bit. Oh, she was a sweet little Chihuahua. Your pug, keeps looking for her. Oh, that's so sad. Wow. Well, we're thinking about you, Graven. Know that. All us here thinking about you, and wish we could give you more than just our best thoughts here, but we are giving you that because that's what that's all we can do right now, and know that you're not alone. We're here with you, and maybe something tonight in the live stream will just make your night better. So hang on, we'll see what happens. Let's see, Chris adds, for a small breed, 14 is a long time. Oh, I didn't know that size of breed mattered. Just educate me, guys. I don't know anything about this. Do smaller breeds or longer breeds live longer? I don't know anything about that. So I'd like to know a little bit more. Bill Seabury, on the court you had no friends. I know what you're saying. I know, huh? Hey, G-Light, thanks for joining us here. Awesome. Let's see, Jesse 12 string. I hope this is a nice long session. You have 18 guitar strings to change, so that's 3 guitars, right? Unless you're changing 18 guitars, but that shouldn't be too long. Huh? I usually get mine all changed in about, I would say, under 10 minutes or something like that, depending on the guitar. Like on a Les Paul or a Fender, those are pretty easy to change. But sometimes on my nylon strings are a little tougher to pop out, or the acoustics. Okay, Angie. Oh yeah, guys, we got a new discount code for our spring shop this week. YT Shopping 25, for short for YouTube. YT Shopping 25 for 25% off merch.happyhealthyvegan.org. Yeah, let me just go there real quick. That's where you can get shirts like our vegan cult member shirts and stuff like that. Not the cult. You won't get the cult. What's that called? The cult leader one like I have, but you can get a whole bunch of different shirts here. Non-deficient vegan, doesn't suck being vegan, just regular old happy healthy vegan. My food doesn't scream. So let me put a link down in the Angie put that message there, but let me put a link there too in case you guys want to. Oops, wrong place. Right over here. 1 second, guys. Yeah, let me put a link down there to merch.happyhealthyvegan.org where you can get a bunch of stuff. You can even download the ebooks there. Hey, Cat Crafter. Yes, if you don't have any real life vegan friends, we are real life, and here we are. We are your vegan friends. Hey, Vic R. Let's see, VLAM. Hey, V, your two schnauzers lived to 15 and 16. I knew they had good long lives, but it still hurt to send them away. I know exactly what you mean there. And our cats now are like they're 10 or going on 11 this year, I think. So yeah, they're getting there. Oh, cool. Sarah, thank you so much for gifting some Happy Fam memberships. And they are getting snatched up here. Chris Murphy and Travis and 2AntiVegan and let's see, Angie got one again. I'm sorry about that. Oh, at least we got 4 new Happy Fammers for I think it's in a month here. Thanks so much, Sarah. Awesome. I was glad to see more people in the Happy Fam. We promise we'll get some more Happy Fam content for you guys up shortly. I'll get Angie on for an Angie members live stream, members only live stream. Tanya, your guitar luthier retired today. Well, good for your guitar luthier, and hopefully you have another guitar luthier you can rely upon for guitar work. Yeah, Graven got one. Awesome. See, so there's something good that happened to you today, Graven. Hey, Brian Croc, good to see you. Unlike other nights, usually when Brian comes on, I'm in the middle of like some like troll festival, this horrible, hateful, evil, bigoted idiots, and it's really cool right now. Brian, you came on at a great, peaceful time, so I'm glad to see you under a non-duress kind of situation. Okay, I know I missed some comments there. Sarah, at least some cool people got the memberships this time and not the trolls. Yeah, great time to do this. Yeah, I would say if anyone wants to do this again in the future, even right now, give some memberships. Beginning of the live streams are usually the best time because there's no trolls on. And last thing you want to do is get trolls in the Happy Fam. So, all right, cool. Everyone here, awesome. It looks like everyone that just got one is a real, actual, like, you know, non-troll, a real person who's cool. So cool. Looks like we got 5. So we got 9 like new people tonight. So cool. So Angie, yeah, let's get some Happy Fam content up, and let's do another Happy Fam only live stream. It's been a while, and I'm sure everyone would love to have a chat with Angie, either with me or without me. She did one in her office one time, and it worked out fine. Travis is a real troll. Awesome. You guys are so nice. Thank you, Diana Bananas. Thank you so much. Diana Bananas plant-based eating. Thanks, Diana. See there, Angie. Yes, both Sarah and Diana gifted some members. So yeah, let's do a members only live stream next week, Angie. It'll be big. It'll be a big, the biggest amount of people that could watch it ever. So that'd be cool. Heidi, you saw a short earlier claiming a vegan meal and they had an egg involved. Then it would be a vegetarian meal. Not sure how people don't understand the difference between vegan and vegetarian, Heidi. That is really weird. But yeah, like I said, now's the best time of a live stream, at the beginning, the first 10, 15, even 20 minutes before trolls show up. Assuming they do show up tonight, knocking on some wood there. Yes, I do actually have a wood desk. Hey, Foo, how you doing there, Foo? Are you staying medicated tonight? I thought I heard you say, yeah, it's totally cool. If you're on some kind of sedative or medication tonight, just chill out here. You don't have to do any heavy thinking or anything. Just chill, relax, and enjoy the live stream. Okay, Angie edited together a cooking demo. Just got a schedule. Oh, yeah, I saw that. And that's for everyone, right? It's not a Happy Fam only vid, right? Usually the Happy Fams are us going out to eat something. Maybe we'll make one next Tuesday if we go to like Gracias Madre or something like that. We haven't gone for a while, and there's a high chance we could end up there next Tuesday on their Taco Tuesday night. Hey, Vic R, thanks for the super chat tip there. Thanks for the super generous super chat tip. You guys are awesome. You were wearing one of our Keep It Carbs shirts. Wow, that's so old school. And someone stopped to me and asked, how come you like carbs and you are so fit? Like, why would you be not fit if you ate like bananas and potatoes? I said, carbs are your friends. not the enemy. That's a good t-shirt too, Vic. Carbs are your friends, not the enemy. Thanks so much, Vic. Yeah, we got more shirts as I posted earlier. Let me paste the link one more time to our tees. And there's other merch too. I think there's a water bottle. Angie's got to get me one so I can have a happy, healthy vegan water bottle. Well, thanks so much, Vic. Yeah, carbs are our friends. I mean, there's no bad macronutrients really, but it's so funny how like protein has been put up on this pedestal as almost like a divine macro, and carbs are horrible. Carbs make you fat. Carbs do all these. No, they're neither. There's nothing. Eating bananas and potatoes and brown rice are not gonna like ruin your health and cause obesity and diabetes. Not my opinion. I've shown the positions of health organizations for years. I've shown how the nations that consume the most rice, like Vietnam, have the lowest rates of obesity, lowest rates of diabetes. So I don't know what people are thinking. They're just repeating bro science crap they heard probably from the gym and Joe Rogan and just popular culture. Is Jordan here? Hey, Jordan, just saw you there, Jordan. Good to see you. We're doing good. No trolls tonight. So we're just, we're keeping it together here. Let's see. Brian Kroc. Not gonna lie, I had some amazing vegan food today. Of course, right? I mean, I wouldn't doubt you. A local bakery started making vegan carnival food. It certainly wasn't healthy, but good Lord, it was tasty. Hey, yeah, I mean, yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, we don't eat perfectly every time. Like I'm talking next Tuesday, gonna go out and eat some tacos. There's probably some like sauce on there that has some, LDL raising thing in it, probably. I'm just guessing. I didn't ask him what it's made of. But yeah, we gotta go out and have some fun sometimes, right? And eat something that's just beyond like rice, beans, and potatoes and something like that. Awesome. Foo is testing the auto mod function. How is Foo testing the auto mod function? And what is the auto mod function? Dana says I should get a cult leader water bottle. I'll think about that. I think just a simple, happy, healthy vegan one. But this one's huge. I like it. It gets me through a live stream, no matter how warm it might be. Lynn, yeah, my last video there. Isaac Butterfield, the wacko anti-vegan from Australia. He isn't even funny. That's the thing. I hate when people say, oh, like Joe Rogan, he's a comedian, he can say it. No, when Joe Rogan's doing his podcast, he doesn't have his comedian hat on, so you just can't say, oh, he's a comedian, he's making crap up. And Isaac, when he's doing his whatever, his anti-vegan rants, it doesn't say this is just for comedic purposes or something like that. No, he's actually talking as if this is what he really believes. So if he says something like bigoted or hateful, he'll say, oh, I was just being a comedian. I'm a comedian. You have to be, no, you weren't like, no, just because you sometimes do some stand-up on occasion doesn't give you blanket like coverage of every statement you make outside of like stand-up comedy. You're not always wearing the comedian hat. Yeah, Foo, you're not operating heavy machinery. So kick back, drink, or take the tranquilizer or whatever you got going on there, Foo. It's all good. Yeah, Lynn, yeah, Isaac Butterfield nearly just needs to seriously reconsider careers. Just stick to being an ignorant, bigot, hateful YouTuber. I don't think comedian is. He's done some other stuff too. Look it up. He got in trouble. He got like, I don't know how much trouble, but he did a stand-up routine where he said, I forgot what it was. I remember seeing it a few years back, and I don't remember it because it's stupid. He said some really Islamophobic, anti-Muslim hate crap. It was really, really awful stuff. It just shows you he's totally cool with saying bigoted, hateful stuff at the expense of others. What's that, Graven? It's hot here in Florida. Yeah, we know Florida can be hot. We say poop every other word. It's the heat and humidity. Fu Bamboo, I built Goo Karma following the Grateful Dead. Hey, they're playing tonight. They're on their final tour, the Dead Company band, the incarnation of them. Yeah, right now, half an hour or so from now, John Mayer, Bob Weir are going to take the stage at the Forum here in LA, and they're going to play again tomorrow night, but I'm not going. I'm too tired. maybe I'll think about tomorrow, maybe, but I'll probably just live stream. It's just so much easier. Just parking there is like $60. We're not even talking about the tickets plus the shafter fee from Ticket Shafter. It's really expensive just to even get so-called cheap seats. And plus, I when I see a band, maybe I'm weird because I'm a musician and music producer. I just want to hear them. I want to experience them. I don't want to hear some guy yapping behind me, telling me telling his buddy behind me his life story. And I don't give. It's like a Grateful Dead concert. Like, why are you yapping about such banal crap right now? It's like, listen. So I might just rent the live stream, is what I'm saying. Way cheaper, and then I don't have to hear some yap. It'll come in some nice speakers. Hey, someone's got a shirt there. Let us know who just bought one of our tanks on our merch shop. So thanks so much there. Yeah, Pooh, that's what parking is now. Yeah, we paid $65 the other week for a forum show. Yeah, $65, because all the $45 was sold out. But it was actually really worth it. We parked like just so close to the forum. When the show was over, we just hopped in our car and got out before the traffic jam. So if we got some value for that money there. Yeah, I wonder, it was you, Vic. Did the discount code work? And if not, we'll give it to you again. You get something else if you like. Yeah, plus the Lakers are playing tomorrow night too at 5:30. The Dead starts at 7, so I'm not sure I'm going to work it all out, but you saw the Dead 40 times, Bill? Awesome. Yeah, I guess if you add up all the Grateful Dead plus the Dead, which we saw once, and I've probably seen Dead & Co., I don't know how many times, 5, 6, 7... I don't know. I've probably seen them about a dozen to 20 times. I haven't added it all up. Something like that. Starting in 1989 at the Forum. Let's see, Brian. People singing near you during a concert makes you want to break your vow of nonviolence. See what I'm saying? People ruin shows. I mean, I've actually turned around to people. Angie can vouch for this. I look back at them and I say to him, are you going to speak loudly during the entire set or just right now? Because I can't really, I just ask him that. Do you plan to just carry on in loud conversation for the entire evening? Or is it just a little thing you're doing right now? And sometimes, I'm going to talk like this all night. And then I go, why the hell are you here? You can talk at a coffee shop. You can talk in your car in the parking lot. You could talk walking on the beach. You could talk on your phone. You're at a freaking concert right now, and the tickets are like hundreds of bucks. Like, how stupid are you? I didn't say that part, but anyway. Oh, Brian, you're going to see them in St. Louis. First time. That's cool. First time to see it. See them on their final tour. I bet you some money, guys, if anyone who's into the Den Company, is that they'll probably get back together under a different name. My guess is probably drummer Bill. He's the oldest guy in the band, has always been the oldest guy. I think he's got to retire. They'll probably get a new guy and continue on under a different name. That's my guess. We'll see what happens. Anyway, yeah, you're right, Angie. This is so typical. Especially at Dead Company shows, or Grateful Dead shows. I hate how everyone starts yapping during the guitar solos, and that's what I'm watching. I want to see John Mayer kick ass, or Jeff kick ass on the piano with John, Anyway, and then they sing loudly during the choruses, but during like some cool moment, like some beautiful, amazing solo guitar work with John Mayer, and you can't fully appreciate it because some guy's yapping. But like, no, look at John Mayer. He's kicking ass right now. He's making guitar history right in front of you, and all you want to do is talk about your trip to Barbados with your landlord or whatever. Like, anyway, I hope Bob will live forever, V and Moyman. Yeah, that's the plan. But Bob already knows. He already kind of planted in John's head that John's got to carry the band on. Yeah, concert etiquette, huh? I mean, some basic concert etiquette. Like, talk about stupid crap during the intermission. Talk about stupid crap as you walk back to your car or go to the bathroom. But don't talk about stupid crap during an amazing John Mayer guitar solo, or any solo for that matter. Anyway, let's see, hippie Pisces, I don't think I understand your question. How long will it take to go back to being a vegan? 3 weeks? You're loaded with inflammation? I don't understand. Boingo Boingo cause your brain damage food? That's interesting. Let's see, Brian. There aren't many shows I want to go to this summer, but I did go see some burp my dinner here. The Lone Ballow and an amazing country artist named Stephen Wilson Jr. the other week. I don't think I know either of those. I'm kind of out of it when it comes to like newer like American music, I guess, like bands from America. Yeah, Angie, you're with me. We were John Mayer fans, you know, for a long time before he hooked up with the Grateful Dead. Yeah, we go to the Dead Coast to see John or Jeff solo. Jeff's an amazing piano player, Hammond organ player, Rhodes piano player. He's amazing. He's one of the best pianists I've ever seen in my life, and to have him paired up with John Mayer, it's like a treat. I don't think people realize what an amazing duo that is of soloists and rhythm musicians. It's world class, and people would rather talk about stupid crap behind me really loudly. Anyway, enough of that. Just enough of my rants. Why I'd rather just pay to have a live stream come into my living room tomorrow. I might do that. Anyway. All right, I'll try to remember that, Brian. They're an amazing folk trio. Check them out sometime. Awesome. Let's see. Yogi Yoda. Well, what do you think about that question, Yogi Yoda? Let me see what your thoughts are. Yogi Yoda says, "Hello, considering veganism is a relatively new way of eating, like eating plants? I mean, people have been eating plants forever. Anyway, do you think it's possible a certain percentage of people won't have good health long-term on a purely vegan diet?" What are your thoughts about that, Yogi Yoda? And let me know if you have any information or like research to support your speculation or your intuition, your hunch there. And I'll share with you what I know about that, Yogi Yoda. But anyway, God, my foot's falling asleep. Hang on a second, guys. Foot fall asleep. Veganism debunk. I think it's probably dehydration from the 3 hour and 13 minute basketball session earlier today. Anyway, that's cramps, huh? Okay, I think I gotta lower the temp in here. Hang on one sec. Ooh, my foot. It's still tripping me out. Ooh. My foot is sleeping. That's Angie. Says to VLAM, "I think a lot of artists like hearing crowds going nuts the whole time. But personally, I want to hear the artist's voices, not the person next to me." Exactly. That's why the Beatles stopped playing, right? Because they couldn't hear themselves because people were screaming the entire time. And the Beatles were serious musicians. So despite being good looking and all that stuff, they were serious musicians. And they wanted to kick ass with their music. And the screaming distracted from that. My foot, it's still tripping. Hang on one sec. Let me do some shaking here. Last time I played basketball for 3 hours and 13 minutes. Yeah, I wanted to see a concert in Japan, Angie. You're totally right. I don't think many of you guys know that. I've never been to one, but we understand in Japan they're very polite, they're quiet, they applaud properly, and they don't scream, "Oh my God, I love you so much, I want to do all these horrible things to you." Nothing like that. They don't chat about their boring week they just had right behind your ear. I want to see concerts only in Japan from henceforth. So anyway, yeah, Naranjan, what is that verified check next to your name? I think that happens. You can do that if your channel's over like 100,000 viewers, and I think I have that too. I think if I were to go on with my Happy Healthy Vegan account here and like comment on like, you know, Vegan Zombies live stream or something like that, I think you would see Happy Healthy Vegan with the check mark. So it's harder for like, you know, trolls who try to pretend they're someone else, you know, do that. Hey, Ashley, just listened to the Love Spirals 2018 album. Life Goes On. Thank you. And it's seriously so good. Absolutely love your sound. Thank you. Yeah, people don't realize I have always been a very serious music producer. You know, it's like, you know, it's like something I'm kind of good at. I guess I'm trying to say it humbly. I mean, I'm not the best. There's music producers out there with way more skills and chops than I have, but I have a certain way of doing things. that I've kind of refined over the years. And I add new ideas. I'm adding new ideas all the time. You have to keep growing instead of being frozen in time and, trying to recreate your albums exactly the same way every time. Anyway, thank you. I think I have a certain way of doing things that I've refined over the years, and hopefully you can hear the passion and love in our music when you hear our stuff. So thank you so much. We're working on new stuff. We've been super busy, but hopefully tomorrow we'll get Angie back in here. It's gonna be hard with the Dead show and the Lakers, but we're gonna get Angie back here. We got 3 songs to bang out, some vocals for. Naranjan, I'm old, and when YouTube was bought by Google, wow, it was a long time ago, they allowed verification on basis of who you are, like identification, but it's now due to subs. So they kind of grandfathered you in there, Naranjan? Law, do I support Kanye West? What do you mean support? What do you mean support? Just let me know what you mean by support. Am I a fan of his music? Do I like his anti-Semitic rants? Like, what do you mean by support? Hey, AJ Vintage, aloha to you too. Produce on Pills, how about Ryan? Do you do the vocals, Law? I mean, I help produce and craft the vocals with Angie, but no, I'm not a vocalist. I'm not a singer. I'm not a lyricist. I'm a guitar player, a songwriter, and producer. Now, I might dabble on other instruments and stuff too, but yeah, singing's not my thing. That being said, there's pretty much every album or two, there's me doing some vocals, something somewhere on a song or two. I do a little bit of something. Law, you support Kanye West on everything, even the anti-Semitism. So Angie, you want to ban Law for me? He's probably that guy that comes back and makes new accounts every day. Yeah, if you support an anti-Semite, let's look at our rules again here. Let's look exactly what is tolerable for our live stream. Being civil, no, and I don't allow any people doing racism or sexism. So if you're a racist, anti-Semite, you can't be here. We don't allow you to be here. You can start your own live stream. I'm not taking away your free speech rights. You can do whatever you want. I'm not the government, by the way. I'm just a music producer. But if you want to start your hate channel, you can do it on your own place, but not here on my property here. This is my YouTube property here. So Naranjan, yes, they grandfathered your check mark. I should just remove it to avoid confusion. Google tried to remove it and they got backlash. Just leave it. That way, no one's impersonating you. Okay, Yogi Yoda here was asking about earlier, do I think that there's a certain percentage of the human population that somehow can't be vegan? I'm always waiting to hear reasons. I mean, yeah, maybe if you're living in the Arctic Circle and you have no money, maybe, I don't know. I've never been there. I don't know what it's like, but people who have connection to the civilized world, supermarkets and stuff like that, or even smaller markets, I don't see any reason why you can't. But anyway, you're saying you personally struggled as being 100% animal free. Feel better with some animal foods? Has there been anyone that adopted a vegan diet and lived a long, healthy life with zero animal products? Well, yeah, I mean, I've been vegan for 12 years. Me and Angie, how long do you want? I know people have been vegan like way longer, like Vegan Zombie. Let me know, guys, down below how long Vegan Zombie's been vegan, like 20, 30 years. I know that Jeff Palmer, the CEO of Clean Machine, that protein thing I've been into, he's been vegan for like 35 years. Who else? I mean, yeah, there's long-term vegans out there, but here, let me just show you, these are just anecdotal stories. Yeah, someone could, in theory, smoke 100 cigarettes a day and live to be 100. Doesn't mean that's what you should do if you want to live to be 100 or anything like that. But let's look at the position statements let's look at me. Let's look how handsome I am here. No, just kidding, guys. Let's look at the position statements of, say, Dietitians of Canada, British National Health Service, British Nutrition Foundation, Dietitians Association of Australia. Let's see. Let's look at the British Nutrition Foundation. A well-planned, balanced vegan diet can be nutritionally adequate. There you go. Can be nutritionally. It didn't say for some people. Let's look at the British National Health Service, second one from the top. With good planning and an understanding of what makes up a healthy, balanced vegan diet, you can get all the nutrients your body needs. Didn't say just for some lucky few. No, if you're doing it right, if you're not doing silly things, if you're following a healthy, balanced vegan diet, I don't see any health organization saying, well, you still got to be careful because it's not going to work out for a certain small percentage. I'm still waiting to see that statement from someone, and I don't think it's coming. Again, these are not my position statements or anything like that. These are people who are professionals in health, medical doctors, dietitians, nutritionists, as opposed to just a YouTuber / music producer giving his non-trained opinion. These are opinions of people who understand the research, meet with patients. They can speak much more authoritatively about if a vegan diet works out only just for a few people or not. They know more than I do. AJ's ready to mod. I still see Peter here. Yeah, and he just pointed out that Joaquin Phoenix, vegan 44 years. Last time I checked, he's not dead yet. He's still kicking ass in Hollywood. One of the most, coolest actors in Hollywood of our generation. So whoever's saying that it doesn't work out long term, like, what do you mean? Like, if it didn't work out, shouldn't I be dead already? 12 years vegan, I should be deficient, barely able to walk, let alone go play basketball for 3 hours and 13 minutes, burn through 1,900 calories at age 55. If veganism were that horrible and deficient, I should be in the hospital tonight. Let's see, fond dieting. There are a lot of long-term vegans. Many of the plant-based doctors I follow have eaten this way for 20 years. Hey, Angie, who'd you say wanted to moderate? Vegan Zombie has been vegan for 30 plus years. So I don't know what these people are saying that you can't stay vegan for long term. Like, why not? Why not? I mean, look at what they're saying here. Like, they didn't say, and you only could do it for a few years. It has to be well planned and all that, but it only works for a short amount of time, after which you're going to fall apart, maybe even die. It didn't say anything like that. Yeah, Anatomy of Fear. Joaquin Phoenix. We love him too. He's a great actor, and he just happens to be a vegan of 4 decades plus. So yeah. Jordan, if I need a moderator, you're in too. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll just see. I know Peter's got to leave soon. I'm just on the bus over to this Jordan Peterson event. Okay, so let us know, Peter, when you are separated from us and you have to focus on that. But I remember, Fa Dieting and Fallon Marie volunteered earlier to be moderators for a day. So if you guys are still here, I'll take you up on that. And if we need you to, Jordan, I'll let you know. I think if I just have one person to keep an eye on potential trolls, that's all we really need, I think. If we need more, I'll let you guys know. Thanks, Graven, too. You guys are really kind. I was hoping, at least one person would be okay with being a temporary moderator tonight, because Uncle is out on a date eating vegan sushi with his lady friend who we still need to meet and go out with sometime. Tracy has got guests in from out of town, so she's busy, and Peter's going to this Jordan Peterson counter protest thing. So all our moderators they have lives, unlike myself. So I'm glad we have some others. Yeah, Fallon's still here. Awesome. Yeah, these people, they always say, I feel better when I eat animal products, but they never go into specifics. And a lot of these people that I responded to on YouTube who made videos about how I feel better after I ate animal products, well, they were not eating right. Like, say, Ravana and that little skinny blonde curly-haired girl, Raw Alignment. I know from talking to Brian Turner when they stayed with him at his YouTube vegan house. He said those girls didn't eat. They didn't eat food. They barely ate a thing. They just juiced or fast. They never saw them eating. That's why there's had such tiny physiques and stuff. But veganism ruined their health. Tim Sheaf, he would do water fast, 30-35 days, drink urine. Oh, but eating an egg, oh my God, I feel so much better. No, just go out with me. Go out with me. We'll have some rice, beans, potatoes, and veggies. You'll feel awesome. I don't see how an egg, oh my God, I almost had a male orgasm eating an egg, he said. Those aren't my words. Oh, we have a hater here? I think FBGDB, whatever, is that same person that creates accounts like every 5 minutes. What do you guys think? Should I just ban him again? I mean, I don't think he's asking a sincere question. What do you guys think? Is he that ANCAP person that keeps creating new accounts all the time? Let me know if you think it is, because I'm 98% sure it is. And if it is, I'm just going to block him as I do with every dumb account he makes. So what do you think? All right, cool. Thanks for blocking him. Whoever blocked him. Yeah, thank you, Peter. Peter did. Thank you. It's the same person. Thank you for saving me from having to take some time out. We can spot you, dude. Don't you understand? You are very easy to spot. You just ask things in a certain way. You have a certain way of phrasing things that you can't break out of. It's like a fingerprint. Your words, your sentences are like a fingerprint that identifies you every time. It's really easy to spot. You've been doing this now for what, 3-4 months? It's so easy. So anyway, just putting that out there. And I'm not going to give you any more air or attention from here on out tonight and forever on. I will just block you without even giving you any attention. You'll just see me. The only excitement you may get from this is you might see me turn my head for a second and make a little clicking sound, and that's the blocking sound, the banning sound, the ban hammer. So anyway, yeah. VLAM, yes, ban, don't acknowledge next time. You're absolutely right. It's really easy to tell, right, guys? Don't you think it's so super obvious when this person comes back? It takes them like, what, a few minutes to make a new account? Like, I want to know, though, like, what is the excitement that you come to this vegan channel and get banned silently every Friday night? I mean, I thought I didn't have a life. I think that person even has less of a life even. I mean, at least I'm doing a live stream for our channel. He's just coming to my channel and getting blocked. You know? I mean, how does that provide any satisfaction or anything? I don't understand. Anyway, he just needs a tall glass of pee. Maybe that'll fix him up, Pooh. Good point. We'll see if we can interest him in that, huh? Yeah, sweet potato sister. Yeah, these people don't realize that everyone's writing does have a specific speaking voice, and his is just super obs. So anyway, Carnism is cancer, wants to fight VD in a cage match. Wow. I've never heard that challenge before. I somehow tells me she's not trained in martial arts, probably not qualified to take you on in a cage match. As interesting as that may or may not be. Yeah, Graven, that person always makes these over-the-top, ridiculous comparisons, usually ones that tug at, like, hot button issues, culture war things, crap like that, you know? Then they'll come back sometimes and be really nice and say, yeah, vegans and meat eaters should all learn to get along and respect each other. We are all good people together. Some nonsense like that. What's up, Peter? There's another movie show channel you watch, and another channel is dedicated to just make hate videos about that channel? Really? Oh, Vegan Moment, you'd pay to watch a cage fight against VD. I think a lot of vegans would pay for that, huh? That's funny how people will make a channel dedicated just to hating on someone else's channel. I mean, get a life. You know, if you really don't like something, just don't watch it, you know? I mean, like Isaac Butterfield, I don't watch his content, but you guys let me know when he makes a new video bagging on vegans or saying hateful things about vegans. But I don't watch them. I don't watch VD. Hey, thanks, Betty Jones. If you're here, you just subscribed. Hello. If you're here in the live chat, hello, welcome, and say hello if you would like to. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's all good. Top Vegan. Rings a bell, but I don't think I have seen that. Jordan, we will show this troll what forcing is. What troll? What am I missing here? Is it this Herkel person? What do you have a question for me, Herkel? Maybe I missed what you're saying. Whoever, who are you talking about, Jordan? If it is Herkel or if it's someone else, if you're here to like say something to me or us about veganism, say it to me. I'll respond if you ask in a civil way. If you have a real question there, we'd love to hear it. So please share it with us right now. And let me know, Jordan, who it was that you were talking about there. All right, it's starting to get kind of cool in this room already. Let me adjust my temperature. Wow, that's awesome, Peter. Where'd you hear this? You're saying that wacko from Australia, Isaac Butterfield, got a letter from the court saying one of his jokes was offensive enough. Now he has to go to court. He made a joke about indigenous Australians. No, yeah, I told you, he made a joke about saying some really hateful stuff about Muslims, or he's an Islamophobe, he's veganophobe, anti-vegan. Like, yeah, that's his job. His job is to be a complete a-hole and say mean, hateful things about like disparaged, protected groups that are victims of hate, and vegans are. And you guys know, if you've been vegan for any amount of time, especially if you are on social media with any kind of following, you'll see Jordan knows 14-year-old vegan here getting hate from grown men, you know? Okay, thanks for just letting me know about this top vegan show, guys. Thanks for the extra info there. I'll try to remember that. His excuse, it was just a joke. Well, he can't use that. Isaac isn't always standing on a stage with a mic and cracking jokes. And that's how he got in trouble with his anti-Muslim comments. But, if he's just making a video at home for YouTube, then he has even less of a leg to stand on. Oh, it's just a joke. I mean, should I do a stand-up night? I have a friend who's a stand-up comedian. Should I just go on stage with him one night and do a little stand-up routine? So I can say mean, hateful things, and every day, my whole regular, real life, I can say hateful things. Hey, I'm a comedian. Anything I say at home here is just a joke. I'm a comedian. Nothing I say is serious at all. Everything I say is nonsense. Then if that's the case, then just shut up and don't say hateful things about people. You can be a comedian without being a hateful bigot, is what I'm saying. I watch great comedians all the time that are not hateful bigots. All right, so I couldn't tell, is there a hater / troll or an anti-vegan wanting to ask me a question right now? I'm not clear. If so, I'm right here. Hello. Just make sure you abide by our very simple, basic rules of being civil, no hate comments, and just give me your best thing you got against veganism, and we'll take a look. Let me see. Jesse 12 string, just a joke. What are you saying about that? You shouldn't. That doesn't mean you should do. You should. That just because something's a joke doesn't give you the freedom, a carte blanche to say hateful stuff in the name of comedy. That's not funny. If you say some hateful, bigoted stuff about like Asians or LGBTQ or vegans or indigenous Australians, you don't get a free pass if you say, "Oh, it was a joke." You probably get more free pass if you were one of those groups, groups that get like recipients of hate. If you were an Asian and you made some kind of funny and sort of anti-Asian joke, yeah, it works when an Asian says it or something like that. If an indigenous Australian makes a disparaging comment about native Australians, it probably is way better than some full-on white dude like Isaac. Hey, David's vegan. Yeah, we're doing well. Thank you. Hey, wow, what another super generous super chat tip. Country Fried Vegan Fur. Thank you so much. And we're getting close to a what's that called? Panda Express. Yeah, we didn't do that last Friday. I guess because of the Laker game and stuff. But anyway, yeah, thanks. Yeah, in fact, I had Panda Express the following day when I went to my mom's. Weird story about that. They didn't have the eggplant tofu there at my mom's. So I know what it's like when some of you guys tell me that you can't get eggplant tofu at your Panda Express. But the Long Beach one still has it as far as I know. So it's that Country Fried Vegan. I am vegan, and I know why I am vegan. I am subscribed to other vegans, conflicted because they send a lot of slaughterhouse videos. I like them, don't watch. Do you think slaughterhouse videos are effective? I mean, they're good if you need to show someone or someone needs to see it. Like, I showed a little bit of stuff. I showed a little bit of, like, say, Earthlings. I didn't show the footage. I showed the disclaimer at the beginning. Like, there's some graphic stuff in here if you have sensitive eyes. I think some people need to be aware of it if they're denying it exists or just being blissfully ignorant about it. But I don't think vegans have to send such gruesome content out to their followers or make the followers watch. I mean, the followers know. We know what kind of stuff is. I mean, we're not voyeurs of pain or, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need to see that kind of stuff. You know, we know what's up. So, I mean, if a vegan content creator, activist, or YouTuber feels like they need to show a lot of that stuff in their activism, that's cool on them. I mean, they have every right to do that. For me personally, I prefer not to show that kind of stuff. It's like preaching to the choir. And why do you want to show your choir such horrible, gruesome imagery and videos, right? Hey, thanks, Song MLF. Noob, you're a vegan noob, Song MLF. Well, thank you for the super chat tip here. And if you are a noob vegan, you've come to a good place. You will learn a lot of stuff if you come back here every Friday. We started about an hour ago, but come back every Friday, same time, and you will have a lot of vegan knowledge if you are new to this. You got to get going, Jordan. Well, thanks for popping by, Jordan. Always good to see Jordan, our youngest follower, as far as I know. It's definitely our youngest super fan on our happy fams. Let's see, Peter, Joey Carpstrong got a pig slaughterhouse shut. He actually was able to get it shut down. Well, I didn't hear about that. I gotta watch that video. Wow. Yeah, I followed Dot. I'm with you. I didn't even see it once. I couldn't get through a few minutes. But yeah, you only had to watch Dominion once. No one need to see that awful stuff anymore. Absolutely. You know, so, but like I said, if an activist feels like it helps their activism to show that for whatever reasons, I'm not going to stop them. I'm not a fascist activist. I understand we're all different and doing our own ways, and I respect that. As opposed to certain, say, vegan YouTubers who I have banned for being fascist, saying, "Oh, you have to do it exactly like I do, and if you don't, you suck. You're a crap vegan activist." You guys might know what I'm talking about, and that's one reason why I banned him. In addition to him being incapable of just having civil conversation. Anyway, I don't like fascists. Just put it like that. I like freedom. I like diversity, and I don't like fascists, authoritarians, or whatever. Anyway. What's that, Graven? You road rage towards slaughterhouse trucks. Turn into Florida woman. I guess that's a good thing, huh? Don't get too excited. Don't cause any accidents. Don't harm yourself or anything. Yeah, Amy Jacobs, yeah. Activism can be writing to your political representatives. Absolutely. There's no one way to be a vegan activist, and I wish all vegan activists would agree to that. But unfortunately, there's a few mule-headed ones and that don't understand that. Country fried vegan first, but do you like them to kind of support them? What's that? Oh no, there's plenty of vegan activists out there, Country Fried. I can't give my support to every vegan activist. I'd be a busy person if that's what you're asking. I mean, so I figured I have, with my limited time every day and my limited time on Earth, you know, my remaining years on Earth here, I only can give my time and attention to so much content. So I've decided to give my attention and time to content that I feel okay or even good about, rather than content that makes me cringe. I go, oh, why did he just say that? That was just so horrible. Oh, you know, and I just that's how I feel. If someone likes the cringy people, cool, that's fine for you. But that's how I feel. I have limited time in the day, limited time in life. I don't have time to support everyone, so I give my support to people that, you know, I think are doing it great. What did he do? Peter said Joey did a hidden camera in a pig gas chamber, and the garden picked up the story and he got it shut down. Wow, is this a new thing, Peter, or is this an old story? I mean, kudos to Joey. That's awesome. Kudos to Joey. I like Joey. Joey's cool. For sure, you're never going to see Joey Carbstrong making some ridiculous video sometime about why he's no longer vegan. He had to eat an egg, and he's not going to do that. It's like, I like people like that. I like people who are they're not going to make a dumb video like that, and are very thoughtful about their veganism as far as how they do their activism. The Joey thing is very recent. Okay, so you guys are more on top of stuff than I do. I only have so much time and attention for things, so I appreciate you guys sharing information with me, because my feed shows me Joey's content, but I guess it doesn't show everything. I haven't clicked enough recently for the YouTube algorithms liking. Yep, sweet potato sister. Yeah, processed meat, bacon, class 1 carcinogen. But you hear all these knuckleheads. Bacon. Yeah, class 1 carcinogen. Oh, wow, Tanya, good for you. Yeah, vegans can, try to change laws like that. Yeah, absolutely. Wow, Graven, I've never heard of that book before. Wow. All I can say about that is wow. Joey's latest video is so uplifting. Oh, thanks for sharing that, AJ. I will make a point to watch it. Even if the YouTube algorithm is not putting it right in front of my face, I will just search for it. Joey himself was shocked. Awesome. Cool. That sounds amazing. I want to see that. That's super effective vegan activism. Getting any kind of slaughterhouse place shut down. That's it. That's one reason why when I was running for city council, one of my things on my agenda, if I were to win, was to shut down this kind of small scale slaughterhouse in Long Beach. Hey, I don't want it here. Not in my city. Get it out of here. Yeah, Fallon, I should probably have my notifications on for Joey. I don't have my notifications on for too many people. I've been having good luck with the YouTube algorithm suggestions, but, it's just a dumb computer when you get down to it. Oh, the book is written by a vegan, too. Okay, Tender is the Flesh. Thanks for sharing that, Graven. That sounds like an awesome read. I wish I won too, Carl, but I didn't do too bad. 5th out of 7, but I was just outspent. I had, 3,000 in my campaign war chest, and people winning had 100,000. Just can't really compete with that. Plus, they're way more politically connected with powerful people in Long Beach. The person who ended up winning was pretty much handpicked by our mayor to be his henchman, his shill, representing his points of view. Anyway. Enough of that. I'm not bitter. I just learned a lot about how politics works. I've been hearing about this Joey Carbstrong, Peter Singer thing. I'll have to watch that. Interesting. Yeah, Tender is the Flesh is the book. Yeah, Heidi, I know notifications feel a bit overwhelming, so I'm glad those of you that have us turned on for your notifications, I appreciate that. What's up, Peter? Dr. Greger said if you only cut out one food, make it processed meats. Yeah, that's the group 1 carcinogen. Yeah, that's a good call. If you only could get rid of one thing. Bill wants me to run for president. Yeah. I didn't even have enough political power to run for city council, let alone anything larger than that, But I learned a lot. I tell you, I understand the political process a bit better through all of that. And it just so happened that the California Democratic convention was in Long Beach during all that. So I got to see even more stuff during all that. Oh yeah, Fu Man. Yeah, not to get too political, but yeah, the whole political gridlock our country's facing now about the debt ceiling, which could trigger off a bunch of just really not good things for people, not good things for our economy. It's in 10 days. I hope they get this figured out. I hope our country doesn't get, used or manipulated for political gain or whatever. Anyway, it's like, Carl, did I hear about the high schooler in Los Angeles suing the school district? they wouldn't let her promote plant milk. No, I didn't hear about that. Like, promote in what way? Like, I should read the story, but just kind of briefly tell me, Carl, what was she doing that was so horrible? Like, promoting, like saying, hey, I drink plant milk or something? Like, how is that's a free speech right? I mean, government can't stop that. So I'm kind of curious what's, because that's what free speech is all about. It's not like me stopping someone from saying something. It's about government stopping people from saying things that are harmless like that. It's not like, shouting fire in a crowded theater or something like that. But yeah, Yogi Yoda, bottom line is, I would go see a medical doctor and try to find a plant-based medical doctor. Sounds like you might need a gastroenterologist. And if you'd like one, I can hook you up with a one here in California. And I believe they do telemedicine now as well. I'm not sure if they have all 50 states, but I think they're slowly working on that so they could treat people from all across the country. So if you would like to have me hook you up with a vegan gastroenterologist, let me know, and I will gladly share the information here on this live stream. Yogi Yoda. Okay, so this person that in the LA schools wanted to offer samples of plant-based milk. And why is that wrong? The government does stop it because of laws about how schools that accept food program money have to promote cow's milk. But how is she promoting? If she's giving out samples, isn't that her free speech right? Hey, I got some extra plant-based milk here. Here, have some. I don't see how that is illegal. How is that a crime? I would say that the contract here that the school districts have to promote animal secretion milk is an invalid contract. How can you exclude others from serving milk and promoting milk? You can't make a contract that excludes the competition. That's not what the United States is based upon. Or you could have animal secretion milk here. Anyway, lame. AJ, you've heard that schools get paid by the dairy industry to actively promote dairy. Not surprised. That's why you see those dumb posters in schools like milk does body good or whatever. And also, Yogi Yoda, a gastroenterologist might be a good place to start. And also, if you work with these people I'm talking about, they actually have vegan nutritionists there too, who might be able to do telemedicine. So it might be good to meet with the GI, the gastroenterologist, and then see if she suggests you that you get handed off to the nutritionist. I'm just saying, if you want me to give you some contact information, I will gladly do so. Others are pointing out, what you're describing there might have absolutely nothing to do with your diet. When people are following any diet, they still can get things like mono, or there's there's a whole, you can get things, you can get a virus. It has nothing to do with being vegan or not vegan, but sometimes our minds start racing and attribute it to our diet when in reality it may not have any relationship. Let's see, what am I missing here? Am I missing anyone's comments? Yeah, AJ, exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, a vegan nutritionist could let you figure out what your former diet didn't work for you. Exactly. If you were following a certain vegan diet and you met with a nutritionist who thought your vegan diet was all right, well, you said that was not a vegan nutritionist. So I know that I haven't met with these vegan nutritionists personally here, but I know they're really, really smart. They know the science, the research. Like, my cardiologist respects them for being so knowledgeable. So let me know. I can hook you up with this place. And I said I think they can do telemedicine for you. Okay, so vegan pundit, we're talking about this lone person trying to pass out some plant-based milk in school and getting busted. The school said she could do it, but she would have to give equal time to dairy milk. Why? There already is plenty of time for dairy milk. That's the standard default. Why would she want to pass out the normal, the default? She's trying to introduce people to a different kind of milk. She wanted to educate her classmates, not just samples. That sounds like a restriction of free speech, which governments are bound to not do in something like this. And it sounds like an anti-competitive thing. This is not America to exclude your competition by signing a contract saying we only buy our cruelty milk. Any non-cruelty milk, you can't sell that stuff. You nailed it, Joseph, huh? Joseph Logan. Some people need to have cow pus, manure, and antibiotics in their milk, huh? Plant milk lacks those things. I hope not, Fu Man. I hope that doesn't turn out like that. Yeah, VLAM. Vegans can get COVID. Non-vegans got COVID too. Doesn't mean that your diet was appropriate or inappropriate. Like, you know, like, you can fall and break your arm. That has nothing to do with being vegan. You know, bad things can happen to you. Illnesses can happen. It doesn't necessarily mean your diet had any role in the matter. It could in some cases, but I'm just saying, just because you might not feel good, could be something else. Could be getting older, hormones changing, sleep is getting weird. Who knows? I'm just saying that it's not a slam dunk that it was eating plants that may have, you know, made you think that you weren't like feeling as great as you could. But again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying, I'm just speaking out of like logic here. Okay, you want a nutrition recommendation. All right, let me just hook you up with the place here. They have, let's see, here we go. Institute of Plant-Based Medicine. Sounds like a wacky place, but no, it's just a doctor's office in Newport Beach, California. And their services include, let's see, where is everything here? Yeah, they got cardiology, gastroenterology, endocrinology, dietetics, and wellness. So let me click that for you here. And they have both of their registered dietitians also happen to have PhDs. Just pointing it out there. I know there's easier ways to become a registered dietitian. You don't have to have a PhD, but that's how knowledgeable this place is. That's what they expect. They expect no less from their dietitian. So I'm telling you, you're going to get the like highest caliber. I'm not getting any kickback or anything like that, but I'll put the link down in the show notes for you for the Institute of Plant-Based Medicine. Again, it's just a doctor's office here in Newport Beach. It's not like a campus or something like that. It's just a little doctor's office. So I just put that down there. iopbm.com, and I have the page right for the dietetics people, and I can't recommend this place enough. Super, just top-notch people, and they happen to just be plant-based. In my case, my cardiologist, vegan, ethical vegan. All right, so anyway, so Bond official saying that this student is suing the USDA as well. Good, they're probably the ones responsible for this stupid anti-American, anti-competitive contract forcing animal pus milk to be the only thing that can get promoted on school property. Yeah, she's suing the USDA as well because it's a restriction written their policies and how they oversee schools. Yeah, they shouldn't be able to have that kind of control. Why? You know, it's anti-competitive. Like I said, it goes against the whole basis of what America's capitalism is based on, competing and on a fair playing field. Hey, Avian Moment, it's the lack of poo wall. His energy is tied to it. What, do I need a poo wall tonight? Is there someone that I need to put on the poo wall? Okay, Yogi Yoda, you're in Texas, but maybe give him a try. Texas being such a big state, I would be shocked if they don't do telemedicine for Texas. But give him a try, I don't think you'll be able to find higher quality professionals that can work with vegans. And we're not like their only customers too. I know my cardiologist works with non-vegans all the time too. I'm just saying they just happen to be they're vegan-based, plant-based. And if you're truly wanting to get back to eating a plant-based diet for whatever reasons, health reasons, ethical reasons, and you want to get your diet tweaked out as best as you can by a nutritionist who understands plant-based nutrition as good as anyone in the world, this is the place to go to. You going, Fu? All right, we will be kind tonight, Fu Manpu, and we will rock on tonight too. Jason Stevens wants to know, could I elaborate on the appeal to nature fallacy? Yeah, let me put it up here on the wall, Jason. Hang on 1 second so we can make sure we know what you're asking here, Jason. So 1 second here, 1 second. Got to hit a few buttons, so forgive me here. Okay, 1 second. I'll just put this sample on as I'm doing this.
All my classes to enjoy, giving you full credit, of course.
Okay, I'm just putting this up here so to make sure we're on the same page here. Oops, we're not seeing it. There we go. Could I elaborate on the appeal to nature fallacy? I've heard it from many vegans. Most of the times it seems like a false equivocation. So basically, as I just showed the appeal to nature fallacy. Let's just get it up here for everyone to see. Let's go to 1 second, guys. Appeal to nature fallacy. Okay, and let's just put this one up because I'll show stuff from this site all the time here. You argue that because something is natural, it's therefore valid, justified, inevitable, or good. For instance, I was listening to a podcast from a dermatologist recently saying that she hears this all the time from people who are against sunscreen, saying, well, like cavemen didn't put sunscreen on and they did just fine. Well, she pointed out, well, first of all, they were lucky to live to be 30 years old. If you want to do better than that, you don't want to point to cavemen as the pillar of health. Secondly, who cares what people were doing in nature in the past? It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right to fry your skin in UV rays because your ancient ancestors who had no access to any technology of any kind, like sunscreen, doesn't follow that we should do what the cavemen did. I mean, we do all sorts of stuff that cavemen don't do. We poop in toilets rather than the ground. We fly in airplanes. We use digital technology. So I'm saying just because something was done in the past, and even for millions of years, doesn't mean that it's right or justified or the way things ought to be. It doesn't bring it any like moral goodness or rightness or anything like that. So that's my brief discussion of the appeal to nature fallacy. Was that my troll/caveman voice? I don't even remember what I said there, how I did it. Anyway, yeah, that's basically so what do you think about that there, John? It's ding worthy? Awesome. I'll little ding there. All right, cool. Yeah, good non-trollist questions from non-vegans tonight, AJ. Yeah, I wasn't making fun of John or anything there about the appeal to nature fallacy. I just wanted to make sure we had it up here and so we could address that question. Yeah, I didn't make this up. The appeal to nature fallacy has been around for ages. It's just one that you hear often from anti-vegans trying to make some kind of appeal to nature fallacy as to why, in our case here, why does it even get brought up? Because a lot of anti-vegans and trolls like to use some kind of appeal to nature fallacy to discredit veganism. Say, hey, we haven't seen vegans for millions of years, or my ancestors are eating meat for millions of years, or whatever. Some kind of appeal to nature thing. Or it's not natural to take a vitamin or something like that. A vitamin supplement. It's not natural to get your B12 from a pill, even though cows get it from an injection, and most humans have to take a B12 or should be taking a B12 supplement. Anyway, it doesn't matter if our ancestors didn't have access to a B12 supplement or something like that. What's that, VLAM? You've been reading about the history of Africa. What's been happening in the past is definitely not always good. Yeah, there's all sorts of things that happen in our past that aren't particularly good. As I pointed out in my last video, like, hey, people have been killing or murdering other people since time immemorial. It's natural, just what humans do. Therefore, why even try to make any laws preventing murder? It's just natural, just what humans do. There's always gonna be some guy murdering another guy or whatever, so we can't stop that. We've been doing it for millions of years, so murder is okay. I mean, it just shows you what kinds of troubles, what kinds of crazy or just wacky, zany, logical consequences you can be backed into if you really don't understand how the appeal to nature fallacy is not a good form of argumentation. No rare Bahrain. Cooked food ain't very full-fledged fulfilling. That's all. What are you saying there about cooked food? Ain't fulfilling. Hey, Atomic Vegan.
For the Aloha Hawaii Fund.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Atomic Vegan. I was just chatting to my mom. I said, hey, would you be interested in moving to Hawaii? I see a lot of places where there's like a downstairs, like 1 bedroom with a kitchenette, and we can get the 2 bedroom above, and we can go there sooner or later. Trying to put the idea. Who knows what's going to happen? But yeah, I've been thinking a lot more about how I can get there. So I'm not doing anything right now. I did do some stuff on. Earlier this week, I spent like an afternoon, just got rid of a bunch of crap. You know, some stuff's going to go to Goodwill or Salvation Army. Some's going to get recycled at like the place that we go to drop off like old computers and tech stuff with the metals in it and stuff like that. Some of it I just threw in the trash can. It wasn't a lot. It's not going to make a huge difference. But I figure if I do this every few weeks, you know, when I'm ready to go, I'll have way less crap. VL now. Vegans use appeals to nature all the time. Like, tell me. Fruitarians claim in nature we eat only fruit. They're not vegans. They might be eating a vegan diet, but fruitarians are. Let's look at the definition of vegan. Where does it say anything about eating only? Let's see. Where are we at here? Let's look at that. What does it say? This is what veganism is. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. So if you believe that humans should eat only fruit or something like that, uncooked fruit, it's not in here. It's like they're making some extra stuff up. In fact, most fruitarians I know don't really give a crap about animal cruelty and exploitation. There are some that do. Not saying they don't exist, but most of them I know are into it for some kind of woo-woo reasons. They think they're going to get optimal health, or they're doing it because of their ancestors kind of thing, you know, the natural human diet or whatever. That's not veganism. Veganism doesn't say we're eating like our ancestors or doing the most natural human diet. It's a stance against animal cruelty. We're against that stuff. So we eat plants. So you can't paint that on vegans, VL now. I said, that's not what veganism is. So please, if you have a better example, VL now, of vegans using the appeal to nature fallacy without referring to people who I consider kind of weird in their belief system, please let me know. Oh, thanks, Diana. Bananas plant-based eating. Thanks so much for your super chat tip, as well as your very generous donation of, I believe it was 5 Happy Fam members tonight. So thanks, Diana. Much appreciated. Well, maybe we'll get there a little sooner because of you guys. Who knows? Allison, when people say they are 95% vegan, yeah, who's saying that? Huh? That's like that's an oxymoron. It does not compute. Like, I'm a 95% non-raper. You know, I don't rape 95% of the time. Like, you know, like, what does that even mean? AJ, you're going to do a big decluttering this spring and summer. I figured that's just going to be a normal part of my life from now on, you know, like once a week. That's my kind of weird goal I've kind of made in my head. Just once a week, have some kind of decluttering, getting rid of session. And I figure after a year, it's going to be pretty, it'll add up. AJ Vintage just saw a couple on HGTV buy a house on the Big Island that include a mom-in-law. Oh, what show? What? Let me know, AJ. Is it like a new episode or something you're watching on demand? But that's what exactly we're looking for. Big Island with a mom-in-law unit of some kind. I mean, that's not exact. I mean, I don't have to get that, but if we can get my mom out there with us, that would be exactly what we're looking for. And if we go after she passes on, then obviously we wouldn't need something like that. You're 90% vegan, 10% nooch. That's good, V. V and Moyman, that is. Norer, have I heard of 80-10-10, Doug Graham's book? Yes, I have it here. I've read it. And your point is? Oh, the show was Lottery Dreamhouse Winners? Wow, okay. I'll try to remember that one. I've never watched that before on HGTV. I got the app, so I can watch stuff in there. I like watch the Hawaii Hunters show, and I just click on the islands that I like. Sarah, you're a total Persier. Whoa, tell us more. How are you, what are you doing? Give us some of your practices, because I need some ideas on how to get rid of stuff. I'm getting rid of the low-lying fruit right now, but it's going to get more difficult as time goes on. VLAM has a good question. What do I think about reducitarianism and their claim that it's more practical than veganism? I don't know. I got to see their argument, VLAM. I haven't really encountered many serious reducitarians, so I can't really address the argument. It just, what are they trying to do? Are they just trying to like reduce what? Reduce how much animal products they eat in their diet? Are they trying to reduce harm? Are they trying to reduce like unethical practices? Reduce what? I mean, if something's wrong, it's wrong, That's like me trying, I'm not saying I had a problem raping, but it's like, I'm going to reduce raping. I mean, if it's wrong, it's wrong. So are they reducing animal products because they know it's morally wrong? Then if it is, why keep supporting it? Why do something that is inherently morally wrong? I don't understand. I guess I'd have to hear their argument to understand it. I'm just kind of speculating right now, like reducing what exactly? You're a Marie Kondo when that girl's in diapers. You gotta tell me what you're doing. How are you getting rid of stuff, Sarah? I need some tips. I need some inspiration. Let's see, Fallon, same thing. You're gonna be moving in the next couple of months. I'll be doing the same thing, getting rid of stuff. And I'm figuring I'm gonna bring stuff with me, obviously. I'm not gonna be one of those people that shows up there with a few big suitcases. I have a music studio. I gotta move some stuff. It's gonna cost some money. But that being said, I just want to bring what we need. Stuff we don't need. We'll get some more new stuff out there. Say for instance, in our living room, our couch has been thrashed by the cats. I'm trying to keep this one in the studio from getting thrashed by the cats, but we're not going to bring our big bulky living room couch. Just get rid of it, get a new one when we're out there. Stuff like that. Our bedroom mattress, maybe we'll just have a new one shipped out there. Who knows? But yeah, but there's a lot of junk, like old computer things. I found all these old hard drives. I have a camera I haven't used in 4 years. I think I'm going to sell it tomorrow. So anyway, yeah, Tanya, I'm not really becoming a minimalist per se, but as I said, I've been here since 2000. So over 20 years, stuff gets bought and it kind of gets cluttered, after 2 decades, it happens to anyone, anywhere for the most part. So, and we're not the most materialistic people in the world or anything like that. It's not like we have tons of stuff, but just the fact of being here, having been here for 2 decades, and, even if you just get a couple things every year, it adds up over 22 years. So yeah, we got to get rid of some stuff. Okay, AJ, so that show it's season 14, episode 7. Okay, all right. I'll try to remember that. Yeah, because I want to see that. That sounds exactly like what we're looking for if we want to bring my mom out. I've never heard of that, Kristen Nirvana. Never heard of that. Hoarders is sad. Yeah, that's the nightmare for us. Yeah, we don't want to be like hoarders or anything like that. So Travis, you're making lists, and then tackling one thing at a time helps you to not get scatterbrained. Yeah, I should do that because a lot of my lists are just in my head. I know where a lot of junk is, or a lot of stuff is, and that needs to get sorted through. Like old computer, discs, installation CDs to install software. I haven't had a computer with a CD drive in a long time. Apple hasn't had them in their computers for a decade plus maybe now. So stuff like that. That was easy stuff. Going through and getting all these discs that are just completely useless, and the books that they're embedded in, all the owner's manuals and stuff like that. So anyway, it's a process, and fortunately I have time on my side. I don't need to get rid of all in a mad rush. I can just go go through my stuff over time and get rid of stuff. Martin, what do you think, Martin? Is it possible to live 100% without any animal products and still have a home/car, which I don't, only bicycle, fly planes, and other amenities? I'm not sure what you're asking there, Mark. I'm saying I thought being vegan was just doing as much as practically possible. Are you vegan, Martin? Just kind of curious what your aim is here. I'll answer your question, Martin, by trying to understand what are you getting at? You think vegans might be kind of conflicted or hypocrites if we drive a car or something like that? Is that what your point is? I'm trying to understand the reason why you asked this question. Like, vegans are at risk of being hypocrites if they fly an airplane or something like that. And are you a vegan? Just kind of curious. So we'll wait for you to get back, Martin. VL now, I see you have a really long question there. Let's tackle that one after we deal with Martin's here, okay? I have a very singular brain. One thing, I only have one poop ball here, so it's one at a time. So let's see what Martin's getting at. But Joseph has a really good answer already. You don't need to be a level 5,000 vegan, just do your best. Which reminds me, I can just look at the definition of veganism again as we ask Martin's answer. Martin, first of all, what is vegan? Does vegan mean you're perfect, that you stand for no harm? The objective or goal of veganism is that you're responsible for zero harm in the world. No animal of any kind ever gets harmed, no insect or anything. And if so, maybe veganism has to be jettisoned from your life. No, it's basically a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. That's why most of us went vegan. It's not because we were worried about like insects on the road or rodents in the farm field. We're horrified when we saw how animals are treated in animal agriculture. The whole process, the raising of animals, forced impregnations of animals, slaughterhouse, the whole ball of wax. So let's look at what you're saying here, Joseph. I'm sorry. Where'd you go again? Martin. I thought I saw Martin's comment pop up here. You thought being vegan was just doing as much as practically possible? Yeah. You eat a plant-based diet, but you think some products you own include animal products. So I can call myself vegan if I don't check all the labels and clothing. Well, no, here's the thing. If you already own them, Martin, I mean, you already bought them, you can get rid of them. It's like, just because you own them doesn't mean you're not vegan. Like stuff from your past, you made decisions before you were vegan. I had to think this through when I was vegan too. Like I had some leather shoes from college that I barely ever wore. I would feel really uncomfortable as a vegan putting them on my feet, walking out into the world where everyone can see me and they could see the leather shoes and go, hey, by wearing them out into the public for all to see, it would be like an endorsement, or at least me saying, hey, this is okay. I'm okay with this. But no, I'm not okay with this. So that's my thoughts on it as a vegan. I don't want it to normalize the wearing of products. But if your car that you bought before you're a vegan has some leather in it, there's nothing about, like, you don't have to sell it or anything like that, as far as possible and practical. If you're rich, if you're a multi-millionaire, yeah, sell your car. It wouldn't affect you. You're cool. You can do that, But most of us don't have the luxury of being able to buy and sell cars on a whim or anything, Martin. Yeah, it's not about perfection. Again, look at the definition. It's not about perfection. As far as possible and practical. If you have a car and you can't afford to get rid of it because it has a leather steering column, then keep driving. It doesn't mean you're not vegan. It just means your next car, you'll try your best to not have leather bits or stuff. Sometimes you buy a watch and it includes a leather strap, for example, then I would try my best to buy a different watch that didn't include leather. Like my Apple Watch here, not endorsed or anything. They have leather straps and I stayed far away from that. It's not even on my radar. It's like, no, I'm not going to go near those. Yeah, VLAM says, Martin, could you have chosen not to buy the leather strapped watch? Like buy a watch from a different brand that doesn't force a dead animal bit of leather into the box when you buy the watch, I mean, there's got to be some other company that makes a fine watch that doesn't include some product of cruelty in every box. I'm sure there's got to be, right? That's what I'm saying, Martin, just making smart, conscious decisions like that. Yeah, sometimes as a vegan, you have to do a little bit more research than your average non-vegan person because you would not want to support, as a vegan, someone against animal cruelty and exploitation. buying something that had animal products in it when you have options that do not have animal products. So you see what I'm getting, Martin? That's what I mean by as far as possible and practical. If you have options, research them and get them. It shouldn't take you like an extraordinary amount of time to do this basic research. The little Googling, before, you're getting an unfamiliar product is probably all you need to do. Joseph says, do your best, learn from others. Everyone will make mistakes. Yeah, and don't worry, don't beat yourself about being perfect. There's no such thing as perfection. But if that said, it doesn't give you carte blanche to make stupid decisions. Like, I'm going to go buy a car with a leather interior. Like, why pay more for cruelty? You don't have to get that. But Martin, if you're already stuck with this band that came in the box that you're not wearing, don't beat yourself up on it. Just learn from that, and next time, ask questions ahead of time. Yeah, Jesse, we need to create this demand, the demand for products that don't come shipped with cruelty in the box. Hey, Apano Stem, you're gonna catch me on the on demand later? Totally cool. Good to see you though. So David's Vegan says, you bought your car used, happened to be the best vehicle you could afford, unfortunately has leather seats. And then he said, I would never buy a new car with leather, but like Ryan said, you do what you can. Yeah, just do the best you can. Yeah, it sounds like David is not a multi-millionaire and can't just afford to just buy any car he wants. That's the best you could afford. It gets you to your job. Vegans need to pay bills, right? You got to get to your work, do your stuff. Man, remember, veganism is not about perfectionism. As far as possible and practical, that's the best you could afford to get in your used car. Yeah, Tanya, some of the new vehicles have vegan leather, but it's pretty much never called that. Yeah, they have some other name, but yeah, I don't know what they call it, but yeah, I'm seeing a lot of the new cars now, some kind of faux leathers. I don't know what they call it, but yeah, it's a vegan leather. Oh man, that's a bad story there, Allison. Sorry to hear that. Sephora, after you ordered a bunch of vegan makeup that I'm sure you researched and you're getting something cool, they sent you a collagen face steam tablet without asking or something like that. Wow. Yeah, what can you do? Yeah, I'm saying as far as possible and practical, you got no control over that. Yeah, and Joseph, yeah, there's I'm seeing more and more vegan shoe companies. I get offers often from companies wanting me to like try out their vegan shoes. They're out there. So anyway, yeah, that is annoying. That is annoying to have them stick stuff in your bag. That happens too sometimes when I order music gear. They'll stick in, like, to be cool, like a little bag of candy or something like that. It's like, I'm sure this is not eatable and there's some cruelty in there. Like, what can you do? But it's the only place where I can order music gear, like good music gear. And the music gear I'm buying is vegan. There's no animal products in them. So anyway, sorry about my nose there. Aren't they making leather out of cactus now? I'm not sure, Giovanni, what's going on. All the many ways that you can make a non-animal based leather. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about there, Mark. I didn't want to plug their company, even though I like what they do. They're so much better than buying from Amazon or Guitar Center or something like that. But they stick those stupid little candies in the box of music gear you buy. It sucks. They've been doing it forever. I don't know how I'd ever be able to write them as a vegan. Hey, can you not do? They wouldn't listen, So I don't know what to do. Yeah, you guys know what company I'm buying from there. You know, it's the only company that puts the stupid little candies. You guys know too. If you get the stupid candies too. It doesn't make me not vegan or anything. I don't even know which candies are. I don't even look at them. I don't even want to eat them, even if they were vegan. It's just like that, those junky junk food candies, you know. ML, you're moving to LA really soon. Wow, what brings you to the LA area? Could I recommend a couple of restaurants? Big fan of our channel. I'm actually a really horrible person. I haven't been to a vegan restaurant in Los Angeles in years. There's just so many things out here. I really dislike Los Angeles, to be honest with you. It's just so crazy. It's like 20 million people. It's crazy. It's crazy big. People everywhere, congestion, traffic, smog, and I only go to LA if I have to, like I need to see a band or something like that. But you know what I'm saying? If I want to go eat at a vegan restaurant, I'm just going to go somewhere in my area or in Orange County or something like that. Or if we go on a little road trip, I couldn't tell you anywhere in LA off the top of my head. Let me just think really quickly. Nothing's really coming to mind right now, unfortunately. Yeah, Carl, those candies we're talking about that get sent with the music gear, they're like the cheapest candies you can buy. Like, who would be impressed by them? You know what I'm saying? They're just wasting money, contributing to cruelty. There's no point. It's but that's the best company to get like a lot of music gear from. And there's others that don't do that. I guess I could try to buy more stuff from like Vintage King or something like that. But anyway. I'm near Los Angeles, Jesse. I'm in Long Beach. It was about like maybe 20 miles south of LA. We're on the beach, ocean, obviously by the name. But LA is like a whole nother world from here. It really is. Even though it's not that far, it's mentally and physically, it's kind of far. You're separated by a lot of traffic congestion. Just like. I just hate going into LA and leaving and getting stuck in traffic. It destroys my soul. Yeah, Fallon, I've eaten at Crossroads Kitchen before. Yeah, it was a fine restaurant. Assume it's still around. I wouldn't say it was like the best one I've ever eaten at, but it didn't suck. Here's one in not in LA, but in Venice Beach. Plant Food Wine. Really fun big outdoor garden eating area, good food, a Matthew Kinney restaurant. So if you if you consider Venice Beach to be part of LA, I would recommend them. It's just a nice, cute, romantic-y kind of place with good food. Okay, VL, now, are you trying to debunk veganism now with the appeal to nature fallacy? Let's see what you're saying. I told you I would look at you after Martin, and I think we answered Martin's question here. So let's focus on to what you're going on about here, about vegans doing something or another here. All right, so let's see what VL Now's problem with veganism is. Remember, you only get one shot every week, VL Now, so let's see what you brought this week. Any vegan that denies our ancestors ate a lot of animal products is, quote, appealing to nature by suggesting humans were herbivores. This appeal to nature is used to say veganism is healthy for all. Well, first of all, you got a lot going on there that's not really right. So let's read what you're saying here. Any vegan that denies our ancestors ate a lot of animal products, well, it depends. What do you mean our ancestors? First of all, I really, as a person who's fond of anthropology, I really annoyed when people talk about our ancestors. Like, where? What part of the world are you talking? Our ancestors, and when? Like 5,000 years ago? 10,000 years ago? 50,000 years ago? Like when? Like where? The climate changes like all the time. Where are we talking about? Ancestors in Hawaii, ancestors in Asia, native, I'm sorry, North America. Like where? Like what are we talking about? South Africa, 200,000 years ago? I mean, diets change all the time depending on geographic location and proximity to the ocean, temperature, all these things. There was no diet of our ancestors. I'm sure it's safe to say, I don't have a PhD in anthropology, but I'm sure it's safe to say that depending on where you were in the world, our ancestors, and when in time, the proportion of meat and plants changed drastically. Some probably ate a lot of meat, particularly during cold, like ice age, glacial eras, where the temperature's low, it's hard to grow plants. They probably ate a lot of meat. If you're living in the tropics and there's tons of fruits, you probably weren't as dependent on meat, and you probably ate a lot more fruit. It all depends. So any vegan that says our ancestors ate nothing but plants is lying. So they're just full of crap, VL. Now you're just kind of a straw man argument. I don't really know any vegan. Like, is this something that vegans say? Guys, let me know if I'm wrong here. Are there vegans out there saying our ancestors or denying that our ancestors ate a lot of animal products? Let me know, because I don't know anyone that said that. I'm sure someone has. There's a lot of ignorant vegans out there, just like there's a lot of ignorant non-vegans. Vegans are not special. Just because you're vegan doesn't mean you're super on top of science and stuff like that, or rational or anything. But I'm not sure. Let me just go on with your point here. I'm sorry. So first, I'm denying that vegans even make this argument. It's not one I make. This appeal to nature is used by veganism is healthy for all. What are you going out? Healthy for all? No. If anyone is really making this argument, VL, now, if anyone's making this argument, all they would be trying to argue for is that humans were eating, we're not eating a bunch of, they weren't eating a bunch of animal products, they're eating a bunch of plants. Where do you get healthy for all? Where does that come from? All this argument would say is there's some vegans trying to establish what ancient people ate. Where does health come from that? We're just trying to figure out the composition of a diet. Where does healthiness or lack of healthiness come from this? I'm really confused. This doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. It just seems like a jumbled thought. But if anyone has anything to say about that and feel now wants to say something, I'm all ears. Okay, so Allison has never seen a vegan say that. Same with Eric C's. Okay, I'm not being ignorant then. And V Lamb brings up, and I didn't even get to this point too. Yeah, you know where I'm going with this, V. Yeah, the point of civilization is to improve on our past, not to repeat or be stuck in the ways of ancient peoples. History is where we take lessons, not blindly follow. So who cares if our ancestors in some part of the world may have ate a bunch of meat and in a different part of the world ate a bunch of plants? Who cares? How does that affect me, Ryan, and you guys here in 2023, where we have access to supermarkets and electricity, something our ancient ancestors never could have even dreamed of? How does that affect us now? It's just like a silly argument to say, whatever happened 10,000 or 200,000 years ago is somehow relevant to 2023. I just don't understand the connection there. If you guys can explain it to me, like VL now, please tell me. How does what happened, say, in some unspecified time in the past and from some unspecified area of planet Earth have anything to do with 2023 and your ability to go to buy food? Carl Baum, great point. He's saying at VL now, you don't debunk veganism by pointing out that a few vegans make a poor argument. Exactly. Like I said, if there's some vegans saying that, great. All you've shown is there's some equally ignorant vegans, equally in comparison to non-vegans who say the same nonsense. My ancestors ate meat, therefore you can't be vegan. It's the same dumb argument. Vegans could use it and meat eaters could use it. It's a dumb argument no matter who utters the argument, because it's a dumb argument. It's a fallacious argument. All right, so let's see. My point is vegans use appeal to... No, your point, Via, now is some less than... Oh, man, what's the word I'm trying to... Some dumber vegans can sometimes use appeal to nature arguments. Yeah, just because you're vegan doesn't mean you're immune from ever making an appeal to nature argument. That's... yeah. Okay, that's what you got. You've debunked veganism. You found some dumb vegans that use appeal to nature fallacies. Yep, veganism debunked. You got us. We're done. No, No, in all seriousness, that's all you've shown, is that there are some vegans who, like the tons of anti-vegans I respond to, are not capable of producing a cogent, rational argument without a fallacy. Yep, that's all you've shown. There's some vegans who are not really that skilled at understanding anthropology and making a truthful statement about our past. That's all you've shown. Yeah, you've just shown some people who are vegan aren't that clever or aren't that smart. Of course, we cover the whole gamut of the bell curve of intelligence. Why should all vegans be hyper intelligent or something like that? Going vegan doesn't make you understand anthropology and logic. You have to study that stuff. We all know. Okay, we agree. Yeah, I agree that there are vegans who aren't that all that intelligent. Yes, of course. There's a bell curve of intelligence. There's gonna be some smart ones, a lot in the middle, and some that are not so sharp. So what? I mean, some vegans can make a false claim or make fallacious statements. What have you proved? Have I done that? That's the thing. I don't know who these unintelligent vegans are. I don't follow them. I don't know them. I do know who I am. So please tell me, do I make these fallacious arguments? Because that's what's important here. That's what's relevant, I think, for us right now is happy, healthy vegan. Am I guilty of making these fallacious arguments? Yeah, David's vegan. Exactly. Here we go. Yeah, thank you, David. You just pointed out here. A fruitarian, as we were talking earlier, how fruitarians don't represent vegans. They represent some kind of woo-woo thinking of curing every disease known to man, the healthiest diet in the universe because we eating like apes, whatever. Yeah, David's vegan. I once heard a raw vegan say, a raw vegan diet cures all diseases known to man. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. And that guy actually says he's a vegan too. Not only is he a wacky raw vegan with making these outrageous unscientific claims that are dangerous and harmful to people, but on top of it, he claims to be an ethical vegan. So yeah, it's absolutely true. Yeah, there are vegans out there who say completely just wrong things, untrue things. Just like non-vegans say completely untrue things. Yeah, exactly, vegan. Being vegan doesn't mean you automatically become a health guru, great chef, philanthropist. It doesn't. You have to you have to pursue these things. Yeah, being a vegan, Chris, doesn't mean you can make a good argument. No, it doesn't improve your logic or argumentation skills just by eating plants. It doesn't change your brain so you can think more logically or anything like that. It's just a good choice you made, but it doesn't like make you a logician or a philosopher or something like that, or an anthropologist. So yeah, good. All right. So thanks for bringing this up, Vio. Now, yeah, I agree with you 100%. There are vegans out there that say completely outrageously untrue things. Yes, totally. I believe they're in the minority, and I don't consider fruitarians to really be vegans because I said most of them are not. Most of them are like accidental vegans. It just so happens when they're eating this I want to eat like apes thing, it happens to be plants. You know, it just they're not doing it for an ethical stance. Well, I mean, most, like I said, some are. Not saying there's every last one is just in it for some woo-woo thing. But most of them, like well over 50%, are don't really care too much about animals. Care about other things. Their thigh gaps, their weight, woo-woo, they want to levitate because they're so pure and all this stuff, purity. But animal cruelty and exploitation, pretty low on most of their lists. Ooh, it's starting to get cool in here again. Let me change this. Yeah, being vegan is a journey. You learn things on the way. You don't automatically become a logician. Yes, vegan foods are delicious. Allison, yeah, when you tell someone you're vegan and suddenly they become doctors in nutrition, you know what I'm talking about, you know? But you do automatically become a magician. Yeah, Allison, they only around vegans do these people all of a sudden pop up and talk about all this nutrition knowledge that they seemingly never had before. They're just probably repeating crap they heard on the Joe Rogan podcast. And they act all authoritatively, like it's some kind of true fact. Hey, Giovanni. Hey, Ryan. So far, I've gone down from 169 to 162 to almost 155. How tall are you? Just kind of curious. Don't lose too much weight. If you're like 6'5", that's way too thin. If you're like 5'3" or something, that's really good. Hey, the adventures of the happy Ruth. Are you here, Ruth? Thanks for subscribing. If you're watching the live stream right now, let me know if you're here, if you want to share that fact. Joseph, your doctor asked you where you got your protein when you told me you were vegan, and say, yeah, I don't know, doctor. It's weird. Plants don't have any protein. Isn't that weird? They just have carbs and fats, and there's like no protein in plants. I don't know. How am I still alive right now? This is crazy, huh? Okay, you're 5'7", Giovanni. So that sounds like a pretty good weight there. 5'7", 155. Okay, that sounds good. I'm trying to do the BMI in my head. I'm not that good at math. That sounds like a good weight for that height. Astro alumnus, what's that? I want to see how animals fare when people stop exploiting them for an unnecessary meal, not survival. Yeah, that's kind of what veganism is right there. Yeah, we're talking about, you don't need to eat animal products. Yeah, maybe if you're trapped in the wilderness and you've eaten all the plants, maybe then. I don't know, but that's not what we're talking. We're not about survival. We're talking about eating animal products in civilization. Liberty Vegan, you're 6'1" and 225. Wow, you're big. Your doctor says you're obese. Literally, you have a six-pack. Yeah, if you have all that muscle, that messes up the whole body mass index calculation. If you have a six-pack, that means you must be pretty lean. Leaner than I am. I've never had a six-pack ab before. I never had really even more than a little kind of a two-pack ab at one point. I'm a wizard surviving with only plants. David, well, who told you this? Was it your doctor saying how butter was important to your health? Like, who needs to eat butter? Like, that's such a European thing. Like, Asians don't really eat butter. We've survived for thousands of years without having to eat butter all the time. Again, that's just a myth. That's like the dairy industry trying to get people to consume their product. You don't need to consume dairy to be healthy or get your nutrition. If you're depending on dairy for your nutrition, and without which you would be deficient, you probably have a pretty messed up diet. Joseph, your doctor said your blood work was good at least. Well, you must be getting your protein, huh, Joseph? You weren't deficient in albumin or protein, I assume, if your blood work was good. AJ Vintage, who is that YouTube chiropractor that tells butter is healthy? Yeah, it's probably Berg. Probably so. He seems to always have like the opposite of like you don't need to eat butter. I want to have someone come here and argue that without butter, your diet is screwed, meat eater or vegan. If you don't have butter in it, you're going to be missing out on all these important nutrients. You'll get sick and your lifespan will decrease. You'll have all this higher risk of disease. Like, you don't need to eat butter. That's ridiculous how people say it's like something you got to eat. Yeah, he loves all sorts of not good things. Sweet potato, again, eggs. Like, you don't need to eat eggs to be healthy. Like, it's without eggs. Like, whose diet would like completely fall apart? All right, let me stretch for 1 second, guys. At the 2-hour point here, I have some sore glutes I have to share with you guys. I did for the remember I told you I kind of tweaked my back back in late March, doing some jumping, so I refrained from like leg lifts, like particularly deadlifting, but even squats for a while. I started getting back into squats, particularly doing ones that are really good for basketball jumping. I'm a one-footed dunker, so I do a lot of I think they're called Bulgarian squats. They're single leg squats. You put your back leg behind you. At least me, the way I do it, it's elevated on my weightlifting bench, my bench pressing bench. My legs behind me, the front legs and forward, and I do single leg squats. So I hadn't done them in months. And even when I stopped doing leg lifts in March, I hadn't done single leg squats since earlier in the year. So basically, short story is, did my first single leg squat session on Wednesday, and boy, I have some burning glutes right now. I mean, I was having trouble walking yesterday. I felt them so much. Fortunately, the pain had subsided enough for me to go play basketball today. So now you guys know Ryan is sitting here with some uncomfortable glutes right now. But at least it shows I was doing them right. That's the muscle I was trying to target, the glutes, as opposed to the knee, which is not good form or anything like that. Sweet potato sister, coconut oil has some good applications, but not inside the body, outside the body. What's that, Heidi? You have an ancestor that did that? Let me stretch a little bit here. Sucks getting old. Anyway, let's see. How we doing here? Let's see how my fund is for the Panda Express. I think we might have it here. Let me check it out. Yeah, between that and let's see. 1 second, guys. Yeah, we could probably do some Panda Express tonight. That sounds good. Yeah. Anyway, what are you guys talking about here? I guess now's a good time you want to ask me a question. ML, okay, vegan restaurants in Long Beach then. Bien Moyman, I'll get back to your question there, ML. Which song can you play for us tonight? Can we get a poll in chat perhaps? Hey, I'm not like a...
What song can you play
thanks for the super
tonight?
chat.
Can we get a poll in chat perhaps?
Yeah, I'm not like a... just like a request taken machine, or I don't know like every song or anything like that. But ML, my favorite restaurants to go to actually are in Cerritos. I think it's called Vin Loy. Let me it's near Long Beach. It's kind of like maybe halfway between I'm gonna try to find you the site. Vin Loy. There's one in Reseda. So if you're in that part, if you're in the valley, ML, you can go to that one, Cerritos. But here's the one I like to go to. I'll give you the link for that, Vinloy Tofu. So let me give you that one. So I'm actually going to give you some recommendations right now. So Vinloy Tofu and Cerritos. And actually, I do have a restaurant for you that's in Los Angeles and in Newport Beach. So it's called Gracias Madre. Mexican food, as you might be able to guess. And these restaurants both are all vegan. So let me give you the link to Gracias Madre. If you're in Hollywood or West Hollywood, you can go to that one. I go to the one in Newport Beach because it's way, way closer than driving through the monster of Los Angeles. So check out Gracias Madre. Really good Mexican food. We often go for happy hour or Taco Tuesdays. It's kind of expensive if you go in the regular times like dinner or on the brunch on the weekends. We go once in a while for those, but if you're here, having some fun, it probably won't make too much of a difference. Hey, Chris, thanks for the Panda Express one. And you can always go to Panda Express or Chipotle or stuff like that if you're looking for some food on the go when you're just driving around trying to get to your next destination. Thanks, Chris. But yeah, check those 2 tips out there, ML, for some ideas to get you started. These are places, I like to go to often. So anyway, let me get back to us here. Let's see. Sam, different Panda Expresses have different options, as I learned from you guys, and I learned reality hit me when I went to my mom's house last week, and not all of them have the eggplant tofu dish, but ours does. So I'll just reorder what we got last time: eggplant tofu, the chow mein, and the some kind of veggie delight. It's like broccoli and stuff, like veggie something or another, just a bunch of green. Maybe it's called greens or something like that. But yeah, now those are our best vegan options here. But thanks, Chris, for the contribution to that. It will go. The Heat won again, Bill? That's crazy. Yeah, it's not looking good for our Lakers, but I mean, they got to hold their home games here. But this is a new situation for our Lakers. They always had in the previous 2 rounds of our playoffs got 1 road win before coming back home. So now we have to win them both here, and it's much more pressure. But the Heat won again. That's crazy. I thought there was someone else who I said I'd answer their question, and I didn't. I said I'd get to him in a second. I forgot. So if that was you, let me know. And Super Greens. Thanks, Chris. I think that's what it's called. I think it's called Super Greens. Yeah, I just have the app on my phone. I almost dropped my phone, and I just reorder it, basically. It makes it super easy. Let's see. What's that? Patrick Kavanaugh. I know. I asked them to try it. What's that? Sam, me and Angie been to Disney in Florida before? No, I've never been to Florida. I don't see myself going anytime soon. I don't see myself doing any major trips anytime soon. I mean, I do need to make a trip to Hawaii at some point to just kind of case out places on the island a little bit, before we even get really, really serious about ever moving there. I just want to no, I've never been onto the Big Island before. I've been on the other major islands, but never the Big Island. So we need to do that. It's a Jesse. Oh, that's sweet. Your grandkids came for Mother's Day brunch. Nice. Your grandson asked if there was bacon. Your granddaughter, 7, said, "We're at Alma's house. We don't eat pigs here." Oh my God. Yeah, that would make me so proud too. That's awesome. Yeah, we don't eat pigs there. That's that's perfect. Hey, cool, Joseph. You're going to wear some of our vegan shirts on your cruise to Alaska on the 28th. Awesome. That sounds fun. Yeah, he's going to Alaska. Let's see. Mommy, vegan mummy. Vegan mummy. Is that my impression? Every time you see people drinking cow's milk, you remember that it's loaded with pus. Yeah, amongst other things too. Usually some kind of hormones and antibiotics and cruelty as well. Liberty Vegan. I do like your shirt. My MTG Arena screen name is King of the Vegans. Anyone play 105? I've never heard of that. VLNO, who is your favorite ex-vegan or anti-vegan YouTuber? None. I mean, I can't think of, all of them just kind of throw veganism under the bus. So no, I mean, if someone were just to quit being vegan, VLNO, just to answer your question a little differently, if they just quit and just said, hey, I'm just not vegan anymore, and didn't make up a bunch of nonsense, just said I'm not vegan anymore, and that's that. I respect that more than just kind of the nonsense excuses, and you hear it wrecked my health and all this nonsense, and there something else that probably wrecked their health other than eating potatoes or something, probably eating too much raw food or fasting or urine or whatever. But anyway, I don't have any favorite anti-vegans. They're all the anti-vegans are the worst. I mean, they're haters. They make channels specifically to hate on vegans. Just think about that. That's why they exist. Their raison d'etre is to have a YouTube channel or social media presence to respond to people like yours truly, just to make up nonsense about how I'm dying and aging rapidly. And look at this picture of Ryan from 7 years ago. He's aged since the age of 45, or whatever. How old? No, that's 48, 49 or so, whatever. I'm 55. So anyway, you get my point. I suck at math, and that it's junk content. I suck at math. Veganism debunked. Oh, I didn't see your comment. Patrick said, Ryan, it's about your daughter and family needing cow's milk. What do you mean they need cow's milk? I didn't see your comment. Just if you could briefly explain to me why your daughter and family need cow's milk. In what sense need? Like without it, they would become ill and die or something? I'm just kind of curious. Sam, I didn't know about your plan. I don't have a plan yet really to move to Hawaii. I just have a long-term idea. I know I'm splitting hairs here with semantics. A plan's like you really have things in motion and stuff like that, maybe a date and something like that. No, I have none of the above. It's just a long-term plan to have a place more ideal for our temperament. We want to live somewhere where there's way fewer people and way more nature. And if the weather is even better than here, that'd be a huge plus. And that ticks all our boxes there. Okay, so let me see, Patrick, what's going on? Your daughter and husband and 2 young children visited us from California. You live in Tucson. You had oat milk and almond milk in the fridge, and they had to go to get cow's milk for the cereal. Like, why? Couldn't you just, what did you have? Which kind? Oat and almond. Yeah, you have 2 great choices there. Like, well, I don't understand. They put oat milk in and go, it's so horrible. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, it tastes fine. I know many non-vegans who prefer to have, like, say, an oat or an almond milk in their coffees. It's not like disgusting or anything. I don't understand. Why did they need to go and buy dairy milk? Yeah, it might taste a little different, but it's not a bad difference. You know, like some things taste horrible inherently, and I get that, but there's nothing nasty about, like, say, oat or almond milk. They're very sweet and delicious, especially if you get like a vanilla flavored one or something like that. I don't understand. Why do they need to not have that? Hey, thanks, Groundhog 11 is. Thank you for the super chat tip. Woo! Thanks for the super chat tip. Hey, Korpchuk, how's it going? You can be late. We didn't really do anything all that crazy tonight, so it's all good. VL, no, I don't think anyone has accused me of aging or being unhealthy. Yes, they have. Check out VD. I'm not going to give her channel proper naming here. It's just VD. She's made videos stating both that I've aged rapidly, that I'm going bald because I'm vegan, that my eyebrows are falling out because I'm vegan. She does the thing where puts the pictures up and stuff, finds unflattering ones and makes up a bunch of lies for 5-10 minutes. Yeah, it happens. It totally happens. Wow, Mona Lisa, thanks for that super chat tip there. Who do I admire, dead or alive? Oh, Vian Moyman, you're still here. No poll then. Yeah, you want me to play a song? Let me think of something right now for you, Vian Moyman, if I can think of a cool song to play. I forgot you asked about that earlier. But Mona Lisa, who do I admire, dead or alive, and why? I like your shirt. Thanks. Thanks. Who do I admire, dead or alive? First person that comes to mind is Carl Sagan. Look that name up. Google it. He was the creator of the 70s show Cosmos. It was a show about cosmos, cosmology, our place here on planet Earth and the cosmic scheme of things, you know, our universe being 14 odd billion years and how it relates to us and our place. So check out Carl Sagan. He's one of my idols. So that's the first one I thought of right there. You could probably ask me on a different day to come with something else. Let's see. No one will know this song, but I just learned a few nights ago. It's from this really cool, like, underground, like, Korean artist that I like. His name is Cold. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's better without a pick. Yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind right there. I always thought the chords were nice and cool on that. I go, I should just learn that. So I picked that up a couple of nights ago. I was kind of struggling with, so I got them all. I nailed all the chords, but there's a few little pauses in there when my brain is going, wait, do I need to go to an A major 7 or is it A minor 7? I remembered it was A major 7, but it was a little slow. But I just learned it a few nights ago. This is the first time I played it since learning it a couple nights ago. Hey, Uncle's back. Hey, how's your date with Myra go? Yeah, Carl Sagan, who's the one who, where I first heard his, I paraphrase this quite often when you hear like these nuts saying like, yeah, I believe a raw vegan diet can cure every disease known to humankind. Well, and then I pull up Carl Sagan, like, exactly, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. So if you're going to come out and say that, hey, just drink some juice, all diseases that humankind has ever known will disappear, you better have some pretty damn good evidence, not just say, well, I gave some to my friends, Fred and Mary, and Fred and Mary drink the juice and they're better now. I mean, that's not how science works. I'm glad Fred and Mary are feeling better, of course, but I mean, you know, like I said, you could have someone, we've seen stories about people who smoke like 12 cigarettes a day and live to be 100. Doesn't mean that's what statistics says you ought to do. These are just outliers. Anyway, but yeah, hey, Uncle, you had a lot of fun and you talked and talked. Awesome. Then did you go for the vegan sushi? Was that where you guys went? I'm getting all nosy here. Sagan was like a stoner and astrophysicist. I don't think he was a stoner, even though he speak very like eloquently, very sparked your imagination, but I don't think he was sparking any like weed or anything like that. But he could have. It was the 70s, you know, things were different back then. Avocado rolls were great, and veggie tempura. Oh man, which place did you go to? Did you go to what's that place called? Is it Rice? Is that the name of that place out your way? Because I remember I went there once before and I thought it was really good. And if you went, how crowded is it? Is it really crowded to go like on a Friday night? What's it like there? VL now, there's a different way to do cubes of truth. I've seen them where you go and look inside a closed thing so no kids get traumatized. I've seen some where there's some on like monitors. On those cases, I've never seen anything all that crazy graphic. Maybe they show gnarlier stuff when you see it privately. I have yet to see anyone get traumatized, be it child or adult. The purpose of that footage is to stimulate discussion, not to like send people to the psychiatrist or something. Yeah, Terrence McKenna's cool too. I think I just like Carl Sagan a bit more than Terrence McKenna. But yeah, Terrence McKenna, he was a hero of mine back in the 90s. Carl Sagan, a hero of mine in the 70s, and still is to this day. Okay, Uncle, let's see. What'd you do? So is it Rice? Is that the name of the place? Some great no, that's Manhattan Beach, huh? So you wouldn't be, that's not 2 minutes from your house. Some great hot sake too. Fusion sushi, 2-minute walk from your house. Wow. Okay, so it's not a vegan sushi place, right? But they have a lot of plant-based stuff. Is that what you're saying there, Uncle? So hell, if it's 2 minutes from your house, we should come out and visit Uncle and head over there. Carl Sagan was a big supporter of cannabis. I was not aware of that, guys. And Uncle, yeah, even though you and Peter both had stuff to do tonight, fortunately, our troll level was kind of on the low side tonight, which is fine. Not to say we didn't have any, but it was pretty chill. Yeah, Terrence McKenna was kind of more of a poet, sort of, almost like Jordan Peterson, sort of, but I don't want to compare him to that or anything like that. But yeah, he's very into language, very cognizant of his word choice and sentence flows. Okay, Uncle, so they have vegan options, but they're good. Cool, I'll have to remember that. Fusion sushi, 2 minutes from your house. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, we got to go visit Uncle and eat some vegan sushi. That sounds like a nice little day out in your area. We'll wait till it gets a little warmer because getting out to your area is like in the summer, like a relief. It's like 5 to 10 degrees cooler where you're at than we're at. I tell you, Long Beach is the hottest beach in California. Yeah, AJ Vintage, good point. There's a reason we take children apple picking rather than to like a slaughterhouse for viewing or something like that. Yeah. Oh, whenever you think of Sagan, you think of that golden record that they put on, what was it, the Voyager spacecraft, that's left our solar system, and it could last for tens of thousands of years. So in case someone finds it like an alien, they'll have some information about who we are and where we are in the local stellar neighborhood. And then they'll come here and kill us all. No, hopefully not. Yeah, so vegan sushi and karaoke at Uncle's house, Chris. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Be there. What's that, sweet potato sister? Does anyone eat oatmeal as dessert with like some fruit or something? Yeah, I mean, that's often what I have in the evening, like, as a little snack, like an hour or two before bed. I don't cook it. I just get some muesli, like Bob's Red Mill muesli, which is like oats and stuff. I put some milk in it. Maybe I'll put some blueberries on top, put a little agave to sweeten it up. Yeah, it's like an oatmeal with, some fruit. Yeah, totally. In fact, when I make oatmeal, I often put some blueberries or something in it too. Fian Moyman, I imagine taking a child into a slaughterhouse to pick an apple. But Fian Moyman, I'll try. Yeah, I remember you left that $10 super chat tip. I'll come up with something to play for next Friday for sure. But I did pull out that cold song for you because I was working on that a few nights ago. But I'll come up with a cool song for you. Now I remember last week I busted out "Dust in the Wind," right? Oh, you're going to try that tonight? Awesome. Yeah, muesli. Just a little milk, a little agave. That's what I like to go to bed with, making sure that I don't go to bed hungry. Uncle thinks I'd like Pura Vida and Redondo. I've heard of that place. They're known for pizzas, right? I've never been there. I've seen their Instagram, all these delicious looking pizzas there. I've been wanting to go and check them out as well. VL now says, Ryan, I am always to help with the trolling aspect to keep the stream flowing. You can pay me in falafel and hummus, the best vegan food ever invented. All right, cool, VL now. But yeah, thanks for answering your question earlier. We did establish that, there are vegans that say some really stupid things. No surprise, because I said veganism doesn't change your intelligence or prevent you from making just outrageously unsupported statements. It can happen. It does happen. Oh, that's Myra's fave? All right, cool. Yeah, I've been wanting to check that out. So yeah, someone, I think ML, are you still here, was asking about vegan restaurants in LA. I'm saying, no, we don't go to LA. Way too far. There's no reason. Like, I hate going there, all the traffic, way too many people. There's so many things that are way closer that I haven't even been to yet. So all these places that you got in your little area there in the South Bay, yeah, I still need to go explore them before I'd ever go to LA. It's not a little area. It's actually a quite populated area there, but it's nothing as crazy as Los Angeles. Let's see. Chris Murphy has vegan overnight oats. Your favorite lunch? Vegan overnight oats. Well, Jesse 12 string. Wow. Wish they had vegan options at your mom's care home as well. Last night it was veal. Really? Wow. That's just mind-blowingly horrible. Wow. And you're talking to mommy about that. I see. Let me do one more stretch here. We'll take a few more questions. Then I will send you guys off onto your Friday nights or Saturday mornings, depending on where y'all are at. Ooh. Van Moyman, dark. Hey, I was doing some jams the other night. Speaking of dark, kind of jamming around in some modes that sound like Dark Star. Let me see if I can pull something off of. Kind of jamming right there in a mode. I think it's Mixolydian. I don't know. Since you said dark, I was thinking, Dark Star. Let's do a little jam there. Jams still count. Awesome. I don't think I ever jammed in Mixolydian before on a live stream. I don't think I ever jammed in Mixolydian live before. I just kind of just in here in private, when no one's watching. Kind of unsure of where I was exactly in the mode there, so just kind of let it be. I wasn't really nailing it. I was in it, but not just fully immersed in it. Sweet potato. Yeah, I've never even had veal before I went vegan. I was even, before then I just thought that was so like wild. So I said it has a very distinct taste. That's why I peep it. It's so sad. Wow. Yeah, it's a good point, VL. Now, I did think about that, that old people homes probably don't have a lot of vegan options because they're old people and didn't really have a vegan past or anything like that. My mic is good. Thanks. Yeah, this is a really good mic. Yeah, I'm a recording engineer. I have really good microphones. I'll come out and say I probably have better microphones than any YouTubers that you probably ever watch. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying they don't need them. They just need a decent mic to record their voice for their videos, but I make music with these mics. So yeah, this is a really, really good mic for voice. I bought this a long time ago, this Neumann mic for singing. I don't really like it that much as a vocal mic, but it's really good for like voiceover and talking and acoustic guitar. That's what I use it for mainly. I rarely use it as a singing vocal mic. We have other nice mics for that too. So I'm kind of spoiled that I have this really just fantastic voiceover mic. I think I remember back in the day when I bought this. Do you guys remember that weird show from maybe 10 years ago? It was probably longer than that. My Name is Earl. That guy, I forgot his name. Anyway, I read that he did the voiceovers of that show, that TV show. My Name is Earl with this mic here, this Neumann. Let's see. Anyway, let's see. Any more questions? I wish I had some more good guitar stuff. I just haven't been playing this week. I've been really, really busy this week, so haven't really done any music all week. Oh, Jesse, your mom lived with you for 5 years and ate vegan as you prepared her food. The care home makes me sad. That's unfortunate. You're giving all this cool vegan food. Yeah, Jason Lee. That's the My Name is Earl guy. Thank you. I thought it was Jason something. Is Jason something? Is it Lee? That sounds about right. VL, now you wish YouTubers paid more attention to good audio. I actually think as much as I care about my video, the quality of my video signal and production, audio is really important. Like people will forgive like subpar video if your audio is clear and intelligible. Unlike VD recording her voiceovers next to like some kind of air conditioner, refrigerator compressor or something like that. Just everything about her production is just so. Anyway, yeah, I kind of forgot about that show until I mentioned it right now. I just remembered that. Just somehow in the back of my head, I restored that bizarre fact about reading how Jason and my name is Earl did his voiceovers on this mic. So it's a professional audio mic. VD records her videos from a potato. Maybe that's what's wrong. I knew something was wrong with her videos. How does that explain the audio though? How come it sounds like she's in like a airplane engine repair factory or something like that when she does her audio? Let's see if the potato explains that. Whoa, what's this, Nicole? This is the first time I've ever spoken live. Hello, Nicole. You were watching High Carb Hannah, and then YouTube suggested a man that was saying, oh, this is so horrible, how YouTube suggests hate videos. You're watching someone that you like, and then it suggests a hate video about that person. And YouTube suggests, that's what's wrong. That's what I hate about the algorithm, how it does that. It does that about us too. Then YouTube suggested a man that was saying horrible things about her and other women. Maybe I could look into it. Oh man, that sounds painful. Nicole, I'm sorry you had to experience that. I'm sorry that technology is optimized for profits of, like in this case, YouTube, and they're trying to maximize their profits at the expense of people like me and High Carb Hannah. Or, I haven't watched her content in quite a long time. I never watched much of her, to be honest with you, but from what I remember, she seems like someone who's not like, she's not like a bad person, saying all these outrageous and mean, hateful things, but people will feel free to say mean and hateful things about vegans. And in this case, women as well. So this guy is not only anti-vegan, sounds like a misogynist as well. Really low sounding person there, Nicole. So, maybe try to report the video, flag it for YouTube, let it know it has hateful content. But unfortunately, I've tried that before, and they don't really seem to do much about it, unless it's the person is a minor that they're complaining about. Allison, yeah, you're hesitant to start YouTube because of social anxiety. Yeah, I'm saying if you ever start a vegan YouTube, be prepared for hate. If you start something else, like we never get really much hate on our Love Spirals comments. Now haters will start going there, the anti-vegans. But I'm saying like music, it's pretty cool, But if someone hears you eat plants, then people all of a sudden hate you. So it's a weird thing. It's some weird bigotry that exists. Just like racism, sexism, anti-vegan, same thing, same bigotry. And it's unfortunate that these low-life scumbags are allowed to say their hateful bigot crap all over social media. In fact, they thrive on social media. Has anyone done a documentary on the history of veganism? Wow, that'd be a long project. Probably be kind of a boring video too, maybe, but I don't think anyone's really done a great one or anything, Uncle. That's a good question. But yeah, VLNL's right. Yeah, you don't have to show your face. You don't even have to show your voice. You can get some like speech bot thing to read your stuff if you want. So you can be more anonymous if you want to. Anyway, Dawn B, has anyone debunked veganism yet? Well, not tonight. We're still waiting, Dawn. VegHorse has some info about what? What there, Flatlander Montgomery? Yeah, David's vegan. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Facebook had a whistleblower come out and show that their algorithm was designed to promote anger and controversy more than anything else. Furthermore, I think it was the same whistleblower that showed that they, because Facebook owns Instagram, and their own internal research discovered or concluded that their Instagram algorithm caused like teenage girls to become depressed and even suicidal. And what did Instagram, Facebook do about it? Nothing. Just kind of buried the research until it got whistleblown. Is that a word? A verb? Whistleblown? But yeah, social media can be very mentally unhealthy. So kind of hoping when I finally end up in the tropical islands, I'm going to be on social media way less. I'll still be doing this kind of content, but like exposing myself to way less just content that's pushed at you via algorithms, content designed to like make your life worse. Yeah, Allison, it seemed to get worse around 2020, around the time of COVID. I have a theory too, like somehow the whole COVID experience affected everyone differently. Some people just lost it, like say like Elon Musk or something like that. Others, like myself and Angie, became a little more withdrawn, a little more introverted and stuff like that, even though we were already introverts. I think it affects different people differently. So anyway, no offense if you're an Elon Musk fan, just saying, he's kind of changed in a weird way since then. Oh, Flatlander, you're saying, yeah, vegetables. I was wondering what you were talking about there. He had an info about how veganism started, because before vegan was a word, anyone who ate only plants was called a strict vegetarian. Yeah, there was no word to differentiate people who had only plants and those who had some, cheese with it or something like that. Giovanni, you thought about YouTube, but you don't want to get into the anti-vegan radars. Yeah, good point. To be very practical about that, though, Giovanni, you won't really get on the radars until you get some more notoriety. I don't know what level of views that would be, but they're not going to get you right at first. So I wouldn't worry about that right off the bat or anything like that. You could probably get by for a while. I remember lifting vegan logic, like tempting or telling VD to make a video about him. I remember he was taunting her. He's saying, "You've never made a video about me. How come? You're too scared?" Maybe she has made one since, but I'm saying it takes a while to get on the radars. But we've been around so long. We don't get a ton of views, but we've been around so long that people know about us. So I guess it's easy to pick on us. Oh, VL now. Maybe you're in more our age group, like mine and Angie, because I'm so glad there was no Instagram and social media when I was in high school or junior high or whatever. It just seems like it makes things way tougher. Yeah, Flatlander Montgomery, right. You don't even have to be that big. Even if you just post comments. Like you said, it seems like it's getting worse. Whenever I post comments on vegan videos, I get a lot of hate these days. Well, hopefully it doesn't happen here. I try to stay on top of our comments, make sure the haters don't run free. But I'm not always on top of it, so I apologize if it happens. But I do ban people in there all the time. Do I play video games? Not much anymore. I'm just kind of playing chess online when I get a few moments. Angie plays a little more video games, but we play silly games. We don't play all those really kind of violent games where it's a first-person shooter and you're killing everyone and stuff like that. We like more chill, friendly, cute kind of games, I guess. Mommy, did somebody make a hateful video of me? Oh yeah, tons of people. I'm not going to give them any airtime and promotion here. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, lots of people have made hateful videos about yours truly for a number of things. Like one person, VD, made a video about how I'm bald, even though I have way more hair than Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan and I are the same age. We're both 55. My eyebrows falling out because I'm vegan, or how these permanent lines when I do this. But no, I just bring my forehead, my muscles down, and they're gone. But she said these lines were permanently embedded on my head. I'm all sorts of just crazy stuff. I look older now than I did a few years ago. That happens to everyone. It's vegans, non-vegans. Another guy saying all my muscles had deteriorated. Yeah, that's back when I was running and cycling all the time and doing zero weight training. But no, I think I'm doing all right here. My muscles haven't all deteriorated into nothing or anything. Just people just make crap up. That's what they do. They just make crap up. And they say it like it's true, and their stupid viewers believe it, unfortunately. What's that, David? You're 30. You experienced just a little taste of what that world was like before social media, and then saw it all unravel. So you grew up a little bit of your life without social media. That's a good point, VL. Now, your advice to anyone trying out YouTube: just do it. I agree. It won't be as bad or as good as you might imagine. It'll probably be somewhere in between. Yeah, that's probably the best thing that you said, VL. Now, not the best, but the thing I agree with the most. Not saying, the things you say are bad or wrong. I'm saying that I agree with that statement of yours probably more than anything you've said. Yeah, Flatlander, for those of us that know, the internet was much more fun and interesting in the beginning. I mean, I first got on the internet in 93. I remember it very well. I was living in San Francisco right then. I took a year off from grad school to go on my leave of absence, and I went into the center of it. I was in Silicon Valley, and schools had it up there. Friends had it. I go, whoa, what is this? I was, mind blown. I go, wow, I can't believe I was asleep at the wheel when this internet thing got started. Thanks, Eric. Like 3 years younger than I did 3 years ago. I don't know. Maybe it's how I've been protecting my skin. Because when I was running, I was out in the sun all the time, and I was being stupid. I go, oh, we don't need sunscreen. Well, yeah, I should have put some on because, I wasn't trying to prevent my sun. I'm sorry, my skin from absorbing vitamin D. I wish I put more on because the sun exposure really makes your face wrinkled. You know, if you see like surfers, like Kelly Slater's got all this weird stuff going on, and guys who are out biking and running all the time on YouTube. I'm not going to mention their names. They seem like they're aging rapidly. It's not because of their diets, from not protecting your skin. So maybe I've been pretty wise now. For about close to a year, I've been putting a UV moisturizer with UV protection on my face when I go in the sun, just to help it out. And that's supposed to be one of the best hacks that's out there as far as like helping reverse sun related skin wrinkles and stuff. Anyway, wow, I don't remember Ray William Johnson. Allison, he must was that a famous YouTuber back in the day? Let's see, V Lamb. Let's see, 85 degrees, 92% humidity. Holy bejeebus there. That's in Hong Kong. Can't swim this week, so you're going to do an indoor jogging track for some exercise. That sounds like a good way to go about it, because running in 92% humidity sounds like torture. Oh, MySpace, the good old days of MySpace. Yeah, that was fun when that was like good before it got taken over by spam. AJ, you were shocked in 93 to see moving images with sound on a PC. Yeah, it was when I got my first computer there in 93. That was it. That's when I saw QuickTime on Apple. I go, whoa, there's like video playing on this thing. Whoa, it's like mind blown. And that's when I got my first modern computer. Like in college, I was using some old beige PCs to do my papers, all my philosophy papers. I didn't even have a graphics card. Just like amber text on a monochrome monitor and doing my stupid word processing. And then finally in 93, I got my first little Mac, and I've been Mac ever since. Tim Pickles, I used to be into cycling. Yeah, I still have my bike out in the garage, and I'm debating, should I sell it, try to get a few $100 for it, or bring it with me in the future when I move? I don't know. I'm just kind of tempted to get rid of it now because I might not even ever ride it again. Who knows? Yeah, Motorola flip phone. Yeah, my first cell phone was it's just a classic Nokia phone. It's like the one everyone had back then. I'll need that bike in Hawaii. I'm wondering if I'm really going to cycle. I'm kind of not into cycling anymore. It seems, in my personal experience, my perception is that when I go out into the world, people drive worse now. It's like scary. All these people shooting red lights and just doing risky things. I'm just kind of not feeling safe to go out and cycle now. It just seems like it's a ticking time bomb, matter of time before one of these crazy drivers hits me or something like that. As magical as it sounds like it would be to bike in Hawaii, I don't see too many cycling lanes there. And I'm afraid these crazy drivers are going to take a vacation and go out to Hawaii and drive crazy out there and hit me. So I'm not sure if I want to cycle much anymore. I know they do have to drive slower in Hawaii, but they don't have to, but I'm not sure. I'm just kind of on the fence now if I'll get back into cycling, just because I just don't trust drivers as much as I used to before 2020. Yeah, and people are more and more distracted by their phones. It's horrifying. You're driving, you see someone next to you, and they're just like doing this. It's like, whoa, you got to look forward. So Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure if I'm going to get back into cycling. If there were like safe lanes that were separated, I'd be way more into it. But yeah, I'm just not really trusting drivers. I tell you, I've changed a little bit since COVID. We've all changed in our own ways. You know, that's how I've kind of changed. Gotten more and withdrawn a little bit, I guess. You never had a flip phone, Uncle? Sweet Potato Sister, it feels like people will run you over on a bike. They don't pay attention at all. And I see a lot of people who are just, they hate people on bikes. They hate cyclists. Like, you know, a lot of people hate vegans just because we're vegan. A lot of people hate cyclists. They feel like cyclists are competing with cars, and cars rightfully own the roads and bikes don't belong on them. I know it's total nonsense, but I've seen this. This is real. I'm not making a straw man. This is how real people I've seen feel about bikes. So I don't know. I'm not sure if I ever want to get back into cycling again. Ramsey, I'm thinking about the Big Island. In the future, I say this is just not even a plan. It's a long-term idea, and I'm just taking little steps here and there to get closer to that goal. So yeah, I just threw out a bunch of junk earlier this week one day. You know, just one little thing, little things like that. A beeper. VLAM, isn't Hawaii very hot and humid? No, it's not like Hong Kong. Like, let me pull my weather app here. That's something I do. I keep that. Let's see. Where I'm looking at, the high today was 80 degrees, and the relative humidity was a pleasant 71%, which is like Long Beach today. I think Long Beach might even be higher. Let's see what Long Beach's relative humidity is. Well, right now it's 81% here in Long Beach. So yeah, it's not that bad. Not as bad as Hong Kong. Hong Kong sounds really hot and humid. Yeah, mountain biking is a way to get away from it all. Now, you're absolutely right. The only thing about mountain biking is depends on what kind of trails you're riding. They can be gnarly. I've had friends get really hurt mountain biking. Uncle, just a little 50-year vacation in Hawaii. That's what I'm thinking about. The next 40 plus years of my life. Yeah, just spinning it out there. So I'm in no hurry. I'm cool right now. But why Hawaii? The quality of life. And I tell you, my most important factors are I want to go somewhere where there's way fewer people and way more nature. So that's fitting the bill there pretty well as far as like people per square mile. It's all spread out there. It's pretty chill. Yeah, VLAM, that 92% relative humidity sounds like hell, literally. That's probably what hell feels like. It's humidity above 90%. Allison, your partner is on his way home from a mountain bike ride. Well, hope he gets back safe. Or she or he. Yeah, partner can be either way. I hope your partner gets back safe there. Sweet Potato Sister, you had a pager in high school. You thought you were hot stuff there, huh? Yeah, that was like the hardcore tech of the day there. A pager, you know, before cellular phones really made their way. Uncle, you wanted to visit a co-worker in Costa Rica, where she's from. Yeah, I've always wanted to check out Costa Rica. You know, it looks like that would have been a good place to move to, like maybe 15 years ago or something like that. It seems like, you know, so many like North Americans have been moving down there, driving the property prices up. And anyway, yeah, that's why I'm not looking at Costa Rica. Yeah, VL, no, I know our bodies can adapt to a more dramatic climate. And yeah, moving to tropics will be different from here. I think I'll adapt after a while. I'm not too worried about it. Oh, Chris, Hawaii is nice year-round. Your sister spent 4 years there at University of Hawaii playing volleyball. So was she on the Big Island I don't know too much about University of Hawaii. It's in Hilo, right? Is it on the Big Island in Hilo? So if you visit her, that's cool because I know that's the rainier side, and that's the side I'm thinking a little less about. But I'm starting to consider it more. You can get a nicer place there for less money, so it depends on what our budget's finally going to end up being. But that's cool. I envy her. That sounds amazing. 4 years at University of Hawaii playing volleyball. That sounds like the dream. I've seen Costa Rica on House Hunters International, one of my favorite shows. It's not cheap anymore. I mean, there might be, if you live away from like the main places where the expatriates go, yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, maybe so. You can find something more affordable, but the popular places for Americans to go to, they seem pretty expensive. I might as well just stay in the United States and go to Hawaii or something like that. Costa Rica doesn't seem to be a bargain anymore. Yeah, it is the Big Island, Chris. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Plus, your dad was Navy, so he spent a lot of time in Hawaii and the Philippines growing up. Oh, wow. Wow, what a cool background to have there. Wow. Yeah, I didn't spend a lot of time there. Just a few trips, random trips out to Hawaii over the many decades of my life. But yeah, Big Island. That's where I'm thinking about going, Chris. That's kind of the long range idea I'm working towards. Yeah, again, I don't want to jinx it by talking about it too much. Just mention it's something I'm working towards, and it's on my mind, and it's something that brings me pleasure to hopefully bring into fruition at some point in the not so distant future, but not immediate future either. Yeah, VL now. That's what I think about, of Costa Rica. Once cheap and remote, and now, yeah, as I said, it would have been cool maybe 15 years ago, but then it's still a lot of people there now. Yeah, but I'd like to visit Costa Rica. Yeah, VLAM. It sounds nice to go there. Yeah, I wouldn't mind checking it out for sure. But yeah, I'm just kind of focusing on where I'd like to end up for the rest of my life from here on out. But yeah, it's not happening anytime soon, guys. I still don't have the finances together. That's the number one problem. I'm working towards it. I mean, yeah, I have my house here. It's appreciating. There's other things I'm working on, but yeah, I just got to get some more stuff together. Uncle, yeah, having an ocean nearby is another huge thing on my list there, Uncle. Everywhere I've looked at, yeah, has an ocean nearby. You got one where you're at. I have one where I'm at, too. We have a pretty ugly ocean here. It's been, changed by humans to not even look like an ocean or a beach anymore. So, yeah. But, yeah, being kind of near the ocean's always something, I'm looking towards. And Hawaii's got a lot of ocean there. Tim, yeah, I technically own it, but I don't. I mean, I don't own it outright yet. I'm still paying for it monthly, but I'm pretty far into it. I own way more of the equity of the house than the bank does. BL now, I'm going to do both. I'm already throwing a bunch of stuff away, but ultimately I will need to hire or rent out some kind of shipping container. I got stuff. I'm bringing my music studio with me. I mean, I'm going to slim some of it down. I might get rid of my bass guitar, maybe get a new one when I'm out there. Get rid of a few other things. But yeah, I'm do both. I'm going to do both. Just bring just what I need to bring and not too much more. Uncle, when's my house paid off? Not for a while. Still like another 10 years or so. But the closer you get, like the more you're paying into the principal and less interest. So it's getting close. Every month it's building up. I mean, I bought it a long time ago, guys. I bought it in 2020. So it's I've been paying into it. Allison, when I live in the west coast of Canada. It has some of the things I'm looking for sure, as far as fewer people and more nature. Canada has that, but yeah, I don't want to live somewhere colder than here, especially after this horrible winter we just had here. I don't want to live somewhere colder than here. I want to live somewhere either the same or better. Wow, houses are 1 million on the west coast of Canada. Is that what you're saying, Allison? Tim Pickles, do I produce music for other people? Not that often. Strangely, not too many people ask. But we just did a collaboration with a ambient music artist. And I ended up producing the song. I said, just let me have it. You know, he wanted some guitar parts and some vocal parts from Angie. So I said, send me the stems of the song. I just want to do it all here. So we ended up producing that song for his upcoming album. I'll let you know when it's out. I don't think it's going to be out anytime soon. Oh, hey, thanks, Evelyn. Thank you so much for the super chat tip there.
How much effort is it to become a music producer? Pros and cons for self-promotion?
Well, good questions there. That's a lot. Too much for me to really get into here at the end of this live stream. But I'm really bad about the self-promotion part because, when I say I'm a music producer, I am, but I don't really produce much for stuff outside of what happens in my studio. I don't produce much for other artists. But yeah, I've produced, I don't know how many albums over the years, 15 or something like that, and many other like EPs and singles. But I'm really bad about self-promotion as far as like, producing for other people's work. I'm just really, I guess I'm kind of selfish in a sense. I just really focused on our stuff, even though it would be worthwhile and fun to collaborate more and get some more, money in the bank too. Because yeah, with our last production gig I was talking about where we produced a guy's song, yeah, we got paid for that. But yeah, that's not really why I do music necessarily. I mean, not even necessarily. It's not like my money is not my motivation for music, even though we do make money for music. I mean, I've been reporting music on my income taxes since 1991 or something like that. Usually a 5-figure number. Anyway, it's just something I just kind of do, and I've just I've been able to generate income from many streams of income. I'm sorry, from music, from royalties, from licensing, BMI, Sound Exchange, bringing more digital sales, digital distribution. So I don't know what my answer is there. I kind of have a little system set up that I'm kind of in right now. It's just kind of working for me. Music, just got to do it. I'm blessed that I've been doing it for so long that I've lost a few nice streams of income coming in from it. Nothing to I can't buy a house with it anymore or anything like that. But even though my music income did help me put the down payment down for this house back when I bought it. But yeah, I do music for more. It's just something I do. I think in music, and it's just something I just have to do. Sometimes I'll take a year off or so, get into something else, or sometimes more than that, but I always come back, have new songs and new musical ideas. No, I've never really been a live band, either as Love Spirals or as Love Spirals Downwards. I make studio productions. I'm a music producer, and performing them live always has issues and compromises that sometimes I'm willing to accept, but I feel this is my wheelhouse. This is where I feel like I'm doing my thing in my studio. When you play live, it's not going to sound like the studio or anything. It's cool to play live. I don't mind it, but I don't feel like that's my wheelhouse. This is my wheelhouse right here. But Safi, have I written a song for Angie, or is every Love Spiral song dedicated to her? Well, she's the lyricist. I'm a horrible lyricist. I'm good at coming up with like silly lyrics, like songs about our cats or stuff like that, But as far as making a serious song lyric, that's not really been my thing. I don't know if that's what you're asking or not. But have I written a song like musically for her? No, I just make music. I don't really make it for her or me or anyone. I just come up with stuff, and it ends up being songs. Yeah, V and Moyman. Yeah, one good thing about music is when it hits you, you feel no pain. Yeah, you can get hit by music hard, and it's a good thing. Let's see. VLAM, 2-bedroom tiny flats over for you in Hong Kong. Go for $1 million US bucks. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, you can get a decent place in Hawaii for that on pretty much any island. Well, almost. Maui would be tough, but anyway. Allison, your partner made it home safe and sound from the bike ride. Awesome. Good to hear. Especially at this hour. I assume it's probably dark where you're at. All right, about to hit 3 hours. Yeah, last week I kept it tight because of the Lakers game. But yeah, any questions before I go, guys? You guys have kept me on because you guys are fun. It's just cool chatting about everything. We did a lot of vegan chat, and often at the end of the live streams, we delve into other things, whatever I see you guys talking about. You guys might have some questions about me, even though you see me most Fridays. There's still things about me you probably don't know too much about, or know a little bit, want a little more clarification about something I do in life. So I'm happy to share a lot of that with you guys. Corpjuk, you want a bike and leave the car system behind? Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, if you're comfortable riding out with all the crazy cars. Yeah, I wish there were no cars on the highway. I'd be biking way more. It's still light out. Allison, where are you at? You must be in... Are you in Australia? Where are you at, Allison? Yeah, you're not around. You're not on the continental United States because it's dark here. Y'all know, that's a funny question. Do you think that I remain so young looking? Thank you. I don't know. I think I look all right. Thank you. Anyway, because your job is also your passion. P.S. I swear I'm not hitting on you. Just a genuine question. I think genetics has something to do with it for sure. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying I'm an expert in anything like this, but I've thought about it before. I think genetics has something to do with it. I think lifestyle has a lot to do with it as well. I think the fact that we don't have children has helped us to remove certain sources of stress from our lives. Not to say I don't like children. I love children. I love all my nieces and nephews. I love them bunches. I'm going to miss them if I move away from them anyway, though. But I think that's helped out. And just, the lifestyle. I think genetics, lifestyle, and eating in a generally healthy way. I think all those three factors combined. I'm not sure which of those factors is the most important one or anything, but those are my speculations. Allison, you live in southern Vancouver Island in Canada and it's still light out? Oh, yes, because you're so far north. Ooh, I just felt something in my neck right there. Ugh. Veganism debunked. Okay. Anyway, you're so far north. Yeah, because around a month from now is the summer solstice. Yeah, we're at May 19th, so June 21st ain't that far away. So yeah, I understand. Yeah, you got the long days right now. I get it. I didn't take into consideration latitude. Yep. Uncle, will the Lakers beat the Nuggets in LA? Well, I don't know. I'm not Nostradamus or anything. Not to say Nostradamus did sports predictions. But I will say this. If the Lakers don't win their 2 home games in Los Angeles, the next 2 games, that's it, Because that's going to require them to win 2 games. And say they only win 1 of the 2, that means they're going to have to win, 3 games? Is that right? It's in Denver. It's way too much. VLAM, you take the elevator at work every day? I don't think that's in the definition of veganism. I think you're cool. Yeah, David, I think a diet rich in antioxidants can't be a bad thing, right? I'm not sure what effect it has, how much, but it can't be a bad thing, right? You feel your neck is always bugging you. I think it has something to do with how I played. I told you I was at the gym, 3 hours, 13 minutes, burned 1,900 active calories today. So I think my body is still kind of recovering. And I know it's still recovering and still in a bit of shock from what I put it through. I pretty much ran a marathon, right? I mean, people's. That's a marathon time, 3 hours and 13 minutes. Pretty good marathon time. Wow, all you guys in the northern latitude still have light. Wow. Yeah, no, it's pretty dark out here from what I can tell. How can I tell, though? I mean, I'm in a pretty darkened room here. I don't like light coming into the studio. I'm a bit of a weirdo. I wonder if in Hawaii I'll still have a dark studio or not. I don't know. Maybe I'll change there. Maybe if I have a good view, I'll open the windows and just look at all the pretty sights if I have a pretty view. Who knows? What's that vegan moment? I didn't see your question. Do vegans avoid elevators for obvious reasons? I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, AJ, why are elevators not vegan? Let's see. VLAM asks Ryan, when I get my blood test, do I specify what I want tested, or does the doc recommend what to check? Yeah, the latter. The doctor, in my case, my cardiologist, on my last 2 tests, put exactly what she wanted tested, and I liked what she asked for, so I went with it. It's weird. On my test from November, she asked for ApoB, and they gave it, but this test from just this month, or last month, a few weeks ago, she requested ApoB, and they didn't test ApoB. Like, they didn't even see it. So I'm not sure what's up with that. And on previous blood tests, I've requested the doctor, when I was working with someone who wasn't a vegan, the doctor, I said, I'm vegan, so can you test my B12 and D and iron? And also I've requested a few times to get testosterone, because people say, oh, you vegans, you don't have any testosterone because you eat meat, you know that soy, it makes you a woman. So that's why I said, hey, I'd like to get my testosterone tested. I'm over 50, I'm vegan, and we'll see how that's going. So you can kind of work with your doctor, but yeah, you don't have carte blanche. Your insurance might not cover everything. I think that's why they didn't test my ApoB this time. They figured, hey, you just got it tested 6 months ago, why does he need to test it again? Okay, and we're still wanting to know what's wrong with elevators, Vian Moyman. Just kind of curious. Okay, so let's see. Any other questions here? I should get going. It's hitting 3 hours now, and I'm starting to feel like I should start making my order for Panda Express. And thanks to you guys for all your super kind donations tonight. Wiz wants to know, how did my testosterone level turn out compared to my age group? Oh, I mean, my testosterone level is like in the upper 800s, and I've shown in my video. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, it's really good for a guy who's like 28 or something, like in their testosterone producing prime years. But for a dude in his early mid 50s, that's like off the charts good. I mean, it's a good testosterone level for a guy at any age, particularly a dude my age. It was so there goes that, that I'm this feminine dude or something like that. Nope, I have stronger testosterone than Joe Rogan does. I just don't act like a toxic male. You can have high testosterone without being an a-hole, is what I'm saying, as I prove. What's that, Flatlander? When you got tested, your doc ordered vitamin D, and insurance didn't want to cover. Ooh, I'm lucky. Mine hasn't balked at that yet because it wasn't necessary. But it turned out to be the only thing that was off. It was low. I would have, if you can, request an appeal with your insurance company. You should be able to. I'm not an expert on this. And let them know you're vegan, and vegans are notoriously deficient in vitamin D. Just put that argument out there and say you really got to get tested because you're vegan. And then I say, oh my God, you're vegan? Oh my God, you're going to die. Yeah, just get them a vitamin D test. Yeah, thanks everyone. This was a fun cult meeting tonight. Not too many trolls, very few trolls actually. Did we even have a proper troll? I'm not even sure if we had a proper troll or not, which is fine with me. I told you I'm tired today. All that time on the basketball court, my body's sore, my brain's a little chill, so I'm glad we had a nice chill night. Especially, I was kind of winging it with Uncle out on his date tonight, and Peter gone. Protesting Jordan Peterson, so I'm glad, I'm thank you guys for, I think it was Fa Dieting and Fallon Marie for earlier volunteering to be moderators for a night. And I said, if we needed them to come in to be moderators, I would pull 1 or 2 of them in if we needed it, and we didn't. So it was all good. So I'm glad Uncle was able to go out and enjoy a date and, and not have to be here on Friday night to help me out. It all worked out. Don B, you're just a little too late now, my friend. Come back next Friday, whatever time it is right now. For me, it's 9 o'clock Pacific. Subtract 3 hours. For me, that's 6 o'clock p.m. So come back 3 hours earlier than it is now. Subtract 3, come back then on Friday, and you can tell us more about how vegans tend to get hurt more often due to lack of nutrition. And that's a statement that is either true or false. You should have some evidence to support that. So show me your best evidence that you have that vegans compared to non-vegans get hurt more. Hurt more in what way? All right, so come back next time, bring your best evidence, and we will have a look at it. Maybe we'll have something that will shock us. But yeah, now we are ending this live stream. So thanks, everyone. Yeah, Vietnam. Yeah, Domby, come back next week. Let's chat. All right, so thanks, everyone. Thanks for sticking with me through this 3-hour live stream. Friday, next Friday, 6 p.m. Hopefully there's no Lakers game. If there is, I might have to, let's see, when would the next game be? It's Saturday, Sunday, Monday. There could be a game on Friday. There should be a game on Friday. If not, that means they got eliminated. So next Fridays, I might start a little earlier, like I did last week on Friday. The next Friday's live stream could start a half hour early, is what I'm saying. I'm glad I thought about this ahead of time now. So be aware, it could. We'll see how it all rolls. So anyway, guys. Thank you so much. It's good to see all you guys on Fridays. I like it when I come on the live streams before they start. I look in the chat and I see a lot of people say, hey, Friday, I'm so excited. I love these. It's my favorite part of the week. So it's mine too. These are my days. Fridays. Go to the gym, play basketball, hang out with you guys. It's a great day all the way around. So thank you so much, guys. And I'll try to figure out a new song for Viet Moyman next week. I'll try to surprise you. So thanks, moderators, for being here when you could. Appreciate it. Thanks, everyone else, for pitching in to volunteer to moderate. And thanks, all our followers and fans. Thanks to, I'm going to go back to the beginning, that Dana Bananas Plant-Based Eating and Sarah, was it, donated 5 memberships each to our Happy Fam. That's all the people with the green names, the little badges next to. So promise we'll get some more Happy Fam content out for you guys. And I'll try to get Angie interested in a Happy Fam only live stream for you guys. So I'll try my best to get all that happening for you. Try to get a good video out for you guys. So I want to thank you guys. Much love to y'all. And I will see you all next Friday. And I'll try to get a new video out for you guys too, of some kind of anti-vegan nonsense of some kind. All right, guys. Much love. Peace out.